Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network.
And it's Mac. Thanks for being here.
Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. If you're just getting here, we are just getting started. We don't really have a massive plan for today's content. We just thought we would come on and chit chat with you guys about pretty much everything that's been going on over the last couple of weeks with these videos, things that we have talked about in the medical records, all of that. So if you have questions, comments, concerns at any time, please drop them in the chat. Please do remember our super chats are running. It helps support our channel. We very much appreciate it. And if you donate, it gets us to answer your question faster, just so you guys know. So, everything we do here is a volunteer basis, and it really does help keep the doors open for y'all.
Big time, big time.
Big time, big time, big time. Hold on, let me turn you up so I can hear you, Mac. Okay. No, we got started a little bit late because I had to make the hubby some lunch. He's basically invalid at this point. Like, it's driving me crazy.
What, 2 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, I don't mind taking care of him, but yeah, I think he's milking it just a little.
They like being served. Who doesn't?
I know. And I've got all my little holiday stuff. And I got my little ears. I've got my Christmas tree and my gnome and my happy little Christmas trees here. So
happy little trees.
Happy little trees. Happy little trees. I'm just going to paint a happy little tree. Happy little tree.
I think right over here. Happy little tree.
So how's everybody doing this week? How'd your baking go, Mac? What'd you make? What are you making today?
Today I'm doing kiss cookies and tea time tassies.
Ooh.
Tea time tassies, if you don't know, are basically like a small pecan pie.
Oh, they're the little round ones.
Yes. And they are so delicious. How old was Gypsy when she was in the motorcycle accident?
Well, that's a good question, Taco Junebug. But guess what? We don't know. And here's why.
Right.
We don't know because they don't seem to know. They have told us it happened anywhere from 5 years old to 9 years old. And this is from all of them. Like, Rod can't remember. Gypsy doesn't know. Like, they do. They're lying, clearly. But the thing of the matter is guess what? It wasn't a motorcycle accident, okay? It's not like they were driving the streets and he crashed the bike or he freaking did anything like that.
Hey, Alicia.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. My mom just sent me a message. I just want to make sure she's okay. Aww.
What?
Oh, this is from my birth mom. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can't. It says, after the year we've had, maybe our real Christmas gifts are the people still in our lives. I'm so grateful you are one of them. You're a blessing to me, and I treasure you. You are very special.
Well, ditto goes for me.
Yeah. That's my birth mom.
That's very sweet.
I connected with them last year. No, was it the year before?
It was the year before because it was before I met you. Yeah.
Yes. So it was in 2022 that I met them. That I went and met them. Yeah. It's the year Christina passed away. Is this the year I went and met them? So I think it was 2022. Yeah. And I just met them. I met my mom. I met my brother. I met my sister from my dad's side. And it's been a blessing for us, like, really. As you know, my mom that I had, my adoptive mother, she passed away when I was 29 years old. So I've pretty much done adult life by myself with no mom. I don't have a relationship with my dad or any of that. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, so the motorcycle accident, like I said, it wasn't, they were zooming down the streets and they crashed. It was horrible. I had my friend that had that happen to her, and it's why I never would get on a motorcycle, because what happened is she ended up becoming completely like like she was there, but she wasn't there, and she could walk sometimes, but not really. She had to learn to rewalk. She had to learn how to talk again. And she had a helmet on and everything, but when the car hit them, she flew off the back, and she was thrown 100 feet. So
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, but oh, it's okay. It's okay, Kim. We just started. Oh, you were without power for 2 days.
Hey,
Oh my
Kim. Good to
God.
see you, girl.
Sorry about that. That's awful.
Is
So
it due to the cold, Kim? Because we lost power for a little while too with the weather. We did. It was crazy.
So what happened with the motorcycle accident was this. They were, according to them now, the story has changed, and it is that they were in the driveway and the bike tipped over and she skinned her leg. That is not the timeline of when the wheelchair showed up at all. Okay, she is admitted in other things that she had a walker before she ever had the wheelchair, because she had difficulty walking even before she ended up in the wheelchair. And that is backed up by with sources on the bayou that knew her, and they said up until about 12 years old, she would still walk with her walker, but she would use her wheelchair as well. So she could stand up and perform for them, even though she wasn't saying that, she wasn't fully paralyzed. It's a very convoluted story. But what really happened is basically the bike just fell over in the fucking driveway. And they've used this story as a way to prove this wheelchair wasn't necessary. And it's not true. And even though she lied to her mother for, let's see, from the age of 6 to 2011, so that's 1996 or 7 to 2011. Can you do the math, Mac? What is it?
I'm sorry, say it again.
So 1995 to 2011, is that 15 years?
1995 to 2011. Yes. 14, 15 years, yeah.
So somewhere between 13 and 15 years, about whether she could or couldn't walk fully. I don't think she convinced her mother she couldn't walk fully. I think she did what she said, what her mother was telling people, is that she uses the wheelchair because she gets weak. And then when they went further and she was getting older and it wasn't getting her enough sympathy anymore, in my opinion, that's when the I can't walk at all began. And that really began closer to the time that they went to Springfield, or to Aurora first, but then back and then into Springfield. And so I truly believe that, this motorcycle accident is a non-event. It is not the cause of this. It isn't. Yes, is microdeletion the main cause of her lack of ability to walk for any length of time? Yes, that's the answer, is yes. Yes. So anyway, how she kept it from her mom. Oh, I know. It was interesting to see how she kept it from her mom all those years. Like, this makes her so much worse than she was even capable of that. Exactly.
Hey, Abel.
Yeah. When did she start using a walker? She said she was using a walker around 4 and 5. And I believe that, because there are pictures of her with a walker, and there are pictures of her up to 7 and 8 years old and 9 years old where she's still standing and doing things. So, it's the timeline with her is always fuzzy. Okay. Like, if she says at 6 years old that she started telling her that, I don't know if it is or not. Like, you just can't believe everything, but when you put it together with the things that we know are true, you can kind of get to the truth.
Right.
But it's very hard. Yes. So a couple years before the wheelchair. Exactly, Amy. Yes. Speaks Gypsy that suffers from Munchausen, wouldn't it? Dragonfly, that's a very good question as well. And I do think that she does have some amount of a Munchausen syndrome herself. I think it's more malingering, because I don't think she doesn't want to be sick, but she wants attention. So when she wants attention, she gets sicker than she is, she puts it on and she boo-hoos and she does her fake
malingers.
crying. It's a malingering, not necessarily a Munchausen, where she's wanting to get treated all the time, Yes, she did say she had a seizure and lost her ability to use her legs, but it ended up only being temporary. But she lied and made it seem like she couldn't use her legs still. That's exactly right, so Fox. So I saw there's something else that somebody asked. Let me scroll up a minute. Yeah, I saw her Instagram thing. I didn't watch it. I watched like 2 whole minutes of it. And I was like, oh, woo woo bestie's there. Great. So Lindsay's there. Like her fucking stalker sitting right on the couch next to her, and they're laughing about it. They're literally laughing about it. They were joking about her Gypsy going to pick up Lindsay, which is woo woo bestie. And they were laughing about the fact that she should have driven by their house and honked and said, hey, catch you outside. Like, they really think this is funny. They did this with the world. They told the world that, oh my God, I'm so scared that Rogie's going to pull a pew pew on her and we're going to do this. And I'm filing police reports and blah, 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 blah. And now she's sitting in your house with your child.
Laughing.
Okay.
Laughing.
Although I have to say, I don't know where the hell Aurora was because she wasn't making no noise. I mean, she could have been asleep, but she wasn't making no noise and nobody was concerned about a baby while they were in the living room doing whatever the hell they were doing. So again, where is Aurora? Where is Ken? Like, where have they gone? What is going on,
I'd like to know that too.
Yeah. And it couldn't do anything to her that's considered abuse, and then explained what abuse is, but she said that she didn't know she was being abused. Yes, that is a great point. Yes, 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 yes. So we've always been told, that she didn't know that she was being abused till she was 19 years old originally. Then it was, I didn't know I was being abused till my lawyer told me. I don't have cancer. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, for Christ's sake. By the way, that's false. There is evidence of her having cancer in her freaking medical records, Mike Stanfield. So you lied again.
Of course you did.
Of course you did. Did you guys notice that in one of the videos, she says, Nick, she can't do anything to her that's considered abuse, and then explain what abuse is. So she clearly knew what abuse was. She's not stupid. Let's put it in Christy's words. Don't let her fool you. Gypsy Rose is very smart. Just because she talks in a baby voice and acts like she doesn't know anything and pretends like every fucking thing is like she just came out of the womb yesterday. That is all an act, my friends. All an act.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. She's setting Dee Dee up to be blamed for this, and she was young. Like when they said she would jump around, but when Dee Dee showed up, she was always running the show, even with her mom. It's exactly true. That's exactly true. That's it. And if she saw her mom, they called it spaghetti legs. Like, she would be out running around, and then her mom would come outside and she would just drop and crawl herself back to the wheelchair and put herself back in and be like, oh, I don't know what I was doing. Oh my gosh.
And now that we know that she was lying to Dee Dee, it brings that whole story into light too. It's like she wasn't dropping because she didn't want her mom to see her and get in trouble. She dropped because she was lying to her mom, telling her that she couldn't walk.
Stacey, I've got them blocked, so I don't know what her new TikTok is. Could you tell us what it says, or what it's about? That'd be great. So, what I really wanted to start off with, though, where were they living when Gypsy was 13? In Slidell. So one of the things that Mac and I have been going through with all of this is this has been very hard to watch these videos and these interviews, particularly Nick's videos and interviews. Like, they are heartbreaking. I mean, just bawling, crying out of my eyes.
I can't watch
heartbreaking. I have to turn them off. I can't even listen to them. It's hard. I listened to about an hour of his interview with Sophie from Gypsy's Revenge, and I lost my shit. Yeah. Like, I couldn't even reconcile it because I was so mad and just so hurt for him. Like, what that woman did to him was just hideous. And I want to sit here, everybody wants to talk about how I hurt Nicholas, how I did these things. I would have never, ever done what that woman did. That was just Horrible. She was literally leading him to say incriminating things that I don't even think he knew what he was talking about. Like, she's like, well, did you
Mhm.
see red? You know, like some people describe that they see red. And he didn't even know what she meant. His answer was like, well, da, 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 you know, it just didn't matter. The answer didn't matter. And she would just keep pushing him to get him to say what she wanted him to say. And it was just, and I thought it was like one interview and they were done, but it's not. She interviewed him weeks on end over multiple days. And I'm appalled with his attorneys. I'm appalled with the judge for not putting a gag order on this because they knew that the media was playing a significant role. Like, I'm beyond frustrated. And I already knew that Sophie was a little bit sus because of the whole situation with her deleting Claude Sr.'s interview from the documentary because Christy and Rod were mad that he didn't say such nice, favorable things about them. And so
Mhm.
Christy threatened Sophie and told her, if you don't do what we want to do, if you put that in there, we'll never do this with you. We'll take all of our stuff and we'll go. Just like she did with Ashley Banfield. It's the same thing she did the night that I was supposed to be interviewed on Ashley Banfield. She found out because, you know, we said something a little too early, and I said something to one person I didn't know and I thought I could trust, and she ran and told her, and now that woman can't stand them either. Like, it's hilarious to me. But they called Ashley Banfield and they told her if she had me on in any capacity that they would never interview with Ashley ever again, and they would never give them any content ever again. And so they pulled my segment, and then they interviewed what I can only say is a very she wasn't in her right mind, if I can say that, if you guys are catching my drift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right. And that one was, you know, and she looked, I mean, Christy looked tore up from the floor up in that interview. I don't know what was going on. That was
Right.
crazy.
But anyway, she still does.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the emotional
Yeah.
effects this is taking on everybody.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're not the only ones. I feel like the people, even in chat, like the people watching, I know it has to be affecting a lot of people. Like, I mean, how is it affecting you guys? Have you had to step away? Can you watch full videos? Like, how is it going in your world? Because I know in mine, it's very hard for me. I start crying just like talking about it. It really bothers me with Nick. It really does.
The one that took me out the most was the one where he's talking to their son that he thinks she's carrying. And he's telling him that daddy loves you and will always be there to protect you. And you know, somebody said that, like, he didn't sound intimidating in any of his videos, and I quite agree. And they also said that he didn't even seem like he was into half the shit that she was saying. And I agree with you. I don't think he was. He was only trying to, like Matt keeps saying, keep up with her. You
Yeah.
know, she's demanding that he write these things to her every day, right? You know, tell me what you want to know. And he's like, talk about my penis size. Like, he didn't even know what to tell her
Never.
to
He
talk
wasn't even
about.
saying stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And in his letter to her, when she was even reading it, his first thing was about her as a person. It wasn't about her physical, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what you guys are saying down here. I want to see, like, but how, I know you guys are commenting on the videos, but can you guys comment a little bit about how it's making you feel? Like, is it bothering you psychologically? Are you powering through and watching all of it? Or are you having to take breaks because it's so intense? Like, what are you feeling as far as that comes? Because I agree. Somebody up here said, it's hard. Kim, of course, I'm sorry. I just took a drink of soda and I'm having some reflux. It's hard, but at the same time, I think people need to see this because she has manipulated so much, and those videos show the true her, and it needs awareness. And I agree. I made a statement in 2019 that I said what we had would shock the world. And I had no clue all of this was existence. We didn't have the benefit of being able to ask for these. Somebody asked, how did Interweeds get this? They got it through what's called the Freedom of Information Act, which we call FOIA. And they were able to do this only because Nick's appeals have run out. So at the state level, he has nothing. He took it all the way to the top. He did his habeas corpus, everything he could do, even to the Supreme Court of the state. Then he took it to a federal level, and he really messed it up. And I don't want to get into all of that, but he messed up. And to my understanding, he's missed the deadlines to file another appeal. So unless there's something like a really, really big reveal here, it's all over for him, really. He's going to spend the rest of his life in prison because of her. And I go back and forth as to whether I think that is an actual good place for him or not. I mean, he seems, honestly, to be doing much better inside than he would be on the outside to me. He's got a dog, he's got a regime, you know, he's got his friends, he's got structure, discipline, he can get education, he can go to the library and read, you know, he has a dog that he's taking care of. And I think that that's really great for him, but it's unfortunate that this is what has happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Mac, you were reading something to me today about his mother. Do you want to share a little bit about that and how hard
It
that was
was an
to read?
email that was on Becca's live last night, and she didn't really go over it, but she was like, pause it to read it. And so I paused it and was reading it, and it was just so heartbreaking. Like, he just never felt loved ever in his life. He just didn't. His mom, he didn't have a good relationship with her. He felt like it was a conditional love from her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that you know that she was doing. Can I say it on here?
Yeah.
She was doing nose candy when she was pregnant with him, and if it wasn't for his dad, he probably wouldn't have been alive. Um, it was very heartbreaking. It was very heartbreaking. He kept saying, "Okay, I can't talk about my childhood." And he doesn't have a past. That's why he lives in the now and thinks about the future, because his past isn't worth remembering. It's what this has done to him, you know what I mean? And we've known that. We've been knowing this. You've known it longer than me. I've been knowing this for a little over 2 years. Um, and just to like have this come out now, and I realize it does need to be seen. I do get that, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm all for that,
Me
100%.
too.
I'm
Yes.
I'm just having a hard time with the Nick ones, just because of knowing what she has done to him and his entire family, pretty much. I mean, there's more victims than Dee Dee, for sure.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind. It
That's
blows my mind, because all the videos I'm seeing of him, he's pretty chill all the time. Like, he's not, and the one where they say he was so evil. Like Becca said, it is funny, because your kids make those noises when they're trying to be a character, like, "Ah, rah, rah, I'm gonna get you." You know what I'm saying? Like, it
yeah,
wasn't.
like
It wasn't.
Bree's like, it's the scariest thing I've ever heard. Well, then you must have lived a very sheltered life, sweetheart, because that ain't scary at all.
It
Like, you
just
know,
my heart literally breaks for Nick. Like, my heart is literally
it does.
breaking for him.
It does. It
Um,
does.
it's very hard. That part of it is hard. I have a brother that's very similar, and I can't imagine if this happened, or the fact that he never felt love from his mother. He never felt that, or the fact that she never came to see him. He said, since this has happened, she hasn't spoken to me once. She hasn't tried to, nothing. And he was like, so if that's how she feels, then, fuck her.
I'm now
If she
motherless.
can't be my
Yeah.
mom now, and you know what I mean? He's like, excuse my French, but really, fuck her. And I
Yeah.
can see why he felt that way, because that's hurtful
For
as
sure.
hell.
For sure.
You
For
know what
sure.
I'm saying? Like, it's the extreme. Gypsy was overly loved, right? And he was denied it.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
so, and that's why it's very hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. And I was just, just wanted to share that with people, because I know there has to be other people feeling that way that know this case. Like, it's just been difficult.
He had
And
remorse from the second it happened. He was crying in the hotel room. Somebody asked if he had remorse, and yeah, he does.
yeah,
He does. He really truly believed he was saving his princess. That's it. That's it. He truly believed that he was saving
exactly,
his
Abel.
princess, and
Exactly.
and I put out a video.
His whole life, Abel, his whole life.
Yeah,
Used,
his
abused,
whole
and
life.
thrown away.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hold on a second. I'm going to take off the blur because I want to show you guys the little. This is the princess. I want to show you guys the princess that he was saving. I made a little video today because we came across one of these pictures of her today, and it's hilarious. But I made it because there's something about it that is more than funny. Okay, so this one's funny, but it
I agree,
also
Kim.
has something that I'm going to talk about afterwards. So here's my little video. Hold on, let me turn it up. Oh, go ahead. Come on, go ahead.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Some of you may die.
And that's funny. It is. But I'm trying to prove a point with that. And that I feel like her body count is way larger than any serial killer's,
100%.
because it just follows her. In her wake, she just destroys lives. That's it. She just destroys them. And it's just very,
And keeps destroying
and
them.
keeps destroying them, and does nothing to change, and does nothing to be a better human being.
Like Kim was saying, like, she doesn't have, there's no empathy. There's no, like, she, to keep going, knowing what you did. And you know what I mean? Knowing what you did. Knowing his life. I know damn well she knew his life. And she knew he was the perfect
Patsy.
target, man.
Patsy for her.
She
Yes.
knew that.
And we're,
And you people who can't see that, I can't help you. I can't help you. And no, we cannot have a conversation. Because if you obviously do not have common sense or any kind of logic at all, for real, I can't help you. If you can't see it after all of this, you're as bad as she is.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think I agree. I feel, and this is where the thing about Sophie comes in, because until Sophie did that interview and released Gypsy's Revenge, they did not have deliberation. They didn't. They didn't have it, because up until he was driving there, in the bus, he was saying, "Let's just leave. Let's just leave. Let's just leave. I'll take you and leave." He's telling everybody else, "I'll take her and leave. I don't want to do this. I hope I can just go get her and leave." Even while he was in the hotel room, he's telling his sister, his little sister, which, oh my God, that's even more heartbreaking now that I know that shit.
Yeah.
He's telling his little friend that I'm hoping I can just go get her and she'll be fine and we'll go home, like to my house, and everything will be great. And she just wasn't going to allow that to happen. She had her plan, and that was her plan. And by God, he was going to do it. And if he didn't do it, there were going to be consequences, and yes, that's the one. And she's the one who produced Gypsy's Revenge.
Yes.
So it really makes me angry, because I do believe that he should have the possibility of parole, because he is taking his recovery seriously. He is remorseful. He knows that what he didn't do was right. Do I think that he should have parole to where he can come out and live in society all alone or whatever? No. I think that if he were to be granted parole, I think he would need to live in some sort of like a halfway house or an assisted living situation for people like him where they could help him have somewhat of a normal life, but that he would still be monitored, taken care of, ensure that his medicine was being given to him because he doesn't believe in it on the outside. His father has convinced him that medicines are bad and all of that, and that's fine. But I just don't think that he's able to come out into society and take care of himself. And he doesn't have the support team around him. Like, let's be fair. His family doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know what to do. They are not equipped to deal with this. They are not like the Blanchards. They were shocked. They were hurt. Couldn't believe their son had done this. Like, he's never even experienced anything violent in his life before. Why did he do this? And ultimately, while he says what about Stephanie, and I agree with him about what he says about his mother and that, F her if she's not going to be here, but ultimately it rocked her to her core. And she ultimately took her life, by turning back to rugs, and nose candy. And she's now Quinn has been affected by this. Like, Quinn has no mom, that's his little brother. The body count that she has and the lives she has destroyed for her own self-satisfaction is insane to me. And the fact that this guy who clearly thought what he was doing was the right thing, he thought he was saving her. I just feel like it's not okay for her to be out here running around and him to just be locked up with no chance of ever having a life outside of those four walls.
Right.
I don't think he has visited him. The last time I talked to Quinn, he left a message on our YouTube here one day, and he said, "I'm Quinn, and I miss my brother very, very much," because he really did look up to him. And I think it's heartbreaking. We all were like, "Oh my God, why is Quinn in the interrogation room with his dad, right, Charles?" And if now that I think about it, and yes, it was unfortunate. Why was he in there? Like, why didn't they have somebody watching him so that they could interview both the parents, but it's interesting to me because Quinn was trying to tell them things and they were just ignoring him as a little kid in that room. Right. And now his father has moved away. They do not live in Wisconsin. They don't live close to Missouri anywhere. So they can't go see him. And I hope that after Quinn turns 18, I think he was 16 last year. So it's been 10 years and he was 6 when it happened, I think. So I think that once he's 18, I think then maybe he will go see his brother of his own choice. But it's sad. Like, it's just, the fact of the matter is that she just destroys people. That's it. Yeah. Everything about her is evil, destroying, and now there's a baby involved. Like, and no one is protecting this fucking baby.
No
one, not a single one of them.
There's really no one of value for that baby to go to at this point, other than people that aren't directly involved, like, say, maybe Mia or Dylan or, I don't trust nobody, his family, his parent. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust her. I don't trust, no, none of them.
No. I just, there was so much left for him and she just took it.
Yeah, she did.
But Nick's mom was in an abusive relationship. Yes. And he tells her about this and she exploits it. Sorry, still sick. Yeah. She exploits it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But this has taken a toll on me and Mac, for sure. I can't even watch all the videos all the way through. Many times I just have to turn them off and walk away and come back,
That's why I'm glad other people are covering it, because I can just scrub through, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Even listening to her, I get sick of listening to her. It's like, good Lord, it's the same voice all the time. Like,
It's just
and the fake
awful.
crying, and then she just goes from one thing to the next thing. It's literally like listening to a person that's just completely psychotic.
For sure. For sure. Oh.
And you know, this is something like she tried to say. Do you have that? Can you pull that up? Do you have the statement that she made about the trauma and the coercive
coercive control.
Yeah, and all this, and that she's not that person anymore, and blah 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 blah.
And talking about how coercive control and trauma go together. And we should be having conversations about coercive control and trauma.
And it's like, who do you think you're talking to? You act like we don't know, right?
Dude, we all have been in these types of situations, you know? Coercive control. I just want to look up coercive control, not with and trauma. I just want to look up. So this is what coercive control is when someone uses patterns of abusive behavior against another person. Over time, this creates fear and takes away the person's freedom and independence. Coercive control can involve physical and non-physical abuse and is always found in cases of family and domestic violence. You don't say. Wow, Gypsy, you want to have... I don't think you want me to have conversations about your trauma and you and coercive control. I really don't think you want me to do that because, honey, that ain't describing mama. That is describing you.
It's exactly what I was going to say.
You are the like, I seriously believe that if I went to the dictionary and looked up coercive control, your little fucking nasty ass face would be sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
You are the epitome of this. It is exactly what you do to people.
There's a lot of words I could use.
Did your mother? Right? I have never seen such a hideous being like her. Like, it is
never
just
in my life. Never in my life. And I've come across some pretty foul people.
Reach out to serial killers. They're not that bad,
right? I mean, this is she's wow. How she sat there on Dr. Phil and acts like this, and acts like that, sits there on all her documentaries, and acts like this, and acts like that. Yeah. And then this stuff comes out, and all she can do is a phoenix.
Right. The FBI.
Her whole life has been a performance. That's all she does is perform.
It is. And that's
even when you're just talking to her, I feel like it would be a performance. She's performing. She's being somebody because she doesn't. I can't explain it. I really can't. I'm really seriously dumbfounded after watching her videos, dude, because she goes from 0 to 100.
Right.
Just blurts it out. Blurts it out.
Like somebody said, trying to watch her eat. And I wanted to address this again. I've addressed it. I put out videos about the gastroparesis, the feeding tube, the tooth decay, the acid reflux, the GERD, all the freaking things she had. It's all related to one freaking problem, and that's the gastroparesis. And 1Q2 1.1 is not only just, it's a symptom, it is listed as one of the severe symptoms that it has, and most of them all have these problems, this digestive problem, because this disorder keeps her from developing at a regular rate. And so Perez Hilton has been covering this story recently, and that's one of the things that he's been wanting to know is, why didn't she need a feeding tube in prison, and why doesn't she need one now? Right. The fact of the matter is she probably does. Still at this point, because it was not placed because of anything to do with the salivary glands or any of that, although that's all connected, but that's not why it was placed. It was placed not because of a swallowing problem, but the swallowing problem was causing part of this, but there's other things to it. So she can't swallow well because her esophagus is not is not developed properly. It didn't get done enough. And so she can't swallow. So she's got to eat like soft, mushy food, toddler foods, mashed potatoes, spaghetti, things like that, macaroni and cheese that you can mash in your mouth and it will slide down, right? So what happens over time with people that have this condition, especially as children, is part of the treatment is to get them to learn how to get around these problems naturally so that they can get off the tube feeding. And that's what she's had to do through her life, is to figure out how to swallow, how to take smaller bites, how to chew more. And that's what they teach you. That's what they teach you. But the reason why she wasn't getting enough nutrients just even through the mouth is because part of the problems was it wasn't absorbing properly because she has a stomach that doesn't empty correctly. So when the stomach doesn't enter correctly, this is gastroparesis, what happens is then the food sits in your stomach and it ferments and it causes these problems. So that's why the G-tube was placed. That's why the Nissen fundoplication was done, which is where they take a part of your upper stomach and they put it over the lower part of your esophagus to keep you from vomiting so much. Right. And then, they gave her a diet and it shows that she went from 36 pounds and to 57 pounds in just a short period of time by having this food, the feeding tube. And that shows. So if it wasn't a real condition, why did it help?
Thank you, Alba. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you. If it wasn't real, then why was it working? Why was the treatment working for you? Exactly. You went from being failure to thrive in the hospital for months, even by your own account, which they had you at a feeding hospital. It is not like they didn't try every freaking thing they could possibly try to help you, and it wasn't enough. And that's why they gave you the tube. Your problems with your teeth were a problem because, of not being able to chew well, they hurt. It was all these things, and that's why it's not black and white with her. You just have to understand what real medicine is and what it isn't. You can't fake a gastroparesis swallowing and barium swallow test. You can't fake a emptying of the stomach test. Those aren't things you can fake, no matter what Dee Dee said. And right. If you were being fed, this is the thing. There's nothing she says makes any sense. And what does Judge Judy say, Mac?
It's a lie.
That's right. If it doesn't make sense,
you're lying. For real.
That's it. If it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. That's the whole thing. And nothing with her ever makes any sense. Nothing she says ever tracks. It never lines up. Her timeline is always off because she's always switching her stories to different periods of time. And she just thinks that nobody's going to notice because nobody cared before. But you didn't murder someone before, honey.
Exactly.
You put yourself into a whole new ball game by doing that. That immediately makes you untrustworthy.
Exactly, Stacy. It did. It worked in an extremely short period of time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And they were talking about how she needed to switch over to a more more adult feeding in through the tube, and she didn't want to. She didn't like it. She didn't want to. She wanted the Pediasure.
Because she's a little baby.
Because she's a baby.
She's a real baby.
It's a little baby, and everybody should feel sorry for her.
No one be no adult. I'm a little baby.
Yes.
Seriously, dude, she never wanted. You and I went over this, I don't know how long ago, about thinking she was the one who was doing this the entire time.
Yes.
Or the fact that she was the one that was abusing Dee Dee. You and I many nights have talked about so many things and just been back and forth. And yeah, I mean, when you really do pay attention and you just are logical about it, and then you see her behavior and how she is now, she's not changed. She doesn't come off as a person who has been extremely abused. Not like what she's claiming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She would be meek. She would be, you know, and now you see these videos, dude, and she's just like,
And again, I want to know. So, yes, I am a reporter on the case. In fact, I'm the original reporter that broke the story. I broke this story in 2019 when I found out that they were lying to me about everything. I met them in a Facebook group. I met Christy. I reached out to her, told her I was a producer that wanted to produce a scripted series. We started talking long before the act ever happened. And we were working together for about 2.5 years when I realized that they were, you know,
I think it was Pedialyte.
no, it's Pediasure.
Pediasure.
Yeah,
Aha, so you just
Pediasure.
put them together. Stace.
Yeah. So,
You were right on both. You just needed to put them together.
what was I saying? Okay. So I really thought about this last night. And, you know, yes, the doctors, you know, if this was true, what Gypsy Rose is alleging, then there should have been hundreds of lawyers lining up to sue the hospitals, the doctors, everything through all of this. And guess what? Nothing happened. Nothing on a civil level happened. But herein lies the rub. Medical malpractice doesn't always go through criminal courts. In fact, it rarely does because it's more of a one patient, one thing kind of thing, right? So, but in this instance, it would have been on Patterson because of the fraud and the extreme negligence that they were saying happened, that he should have filed criminal charges against these doctors. And he didn't. He didn't even think of doing that. No one has thought of it. Nobody called the hospital and was like, hey, do you know that this happened? Like, what are you doing about this? No, nothing. In fact, these men have been made directors of the hospitals in different departments. Like, it's insane to me. And I just looked it up. And this is when it says, so yes, a prosecutor can file criminal charges related to a medical incident, but only in rare cases where a doctor's actions go beyond mere negligence, a civil issue, to involve intent to harm, extreme recklessness, or fraud, potentially leading to charges like assault, battery, manslaughter, or homicide, though it's very uncommon. Most medical practice is handled in civil court for financial compensation, not criminal punishment. So it says when it becomes criminal, the prosecutor's role. For a prosecutor to get involved, the case must cross the line from a mistake to a criminal act, requiring proof of intentional harm. So the doctor deliberately meant to harm the patient, extreme recklessness, acting with such disregard for human life that it constitutes criminal negligence, operating while intoxicated, knowingly using dangerous methods without justification. And here's the last one, fraud, intentionally defrauding insurers or patients. And that's what it would have fallen under, fraud. And no one was taken to task. No one.
Right.
And what does that prove? There wasn't a crime. This was necessary. These things were necessary. Every single thing she had done was necessary, except for the muscle biopsy, probably, because that's her fucking fault.
That was her
for telling everybody she couldn't walk.
Saying she couldn't walk. Dude, that part really blew my mind. That she was telling her mom that putting her mom through all that shit, dude, trying to figure out what's going on with her. She's telling me she can't walk, she can't walk. Even when the doctor went in, didn't he say he thought she was putting it on?
Yes.
Remember? Okay, so it's just like, wow, dude, wow. Like, you seriously, at 6 years of age, she was able to do that.
Yes.
Tell me she ain't a demon.
And I don't care what anybody says. Yes, people can be born evil. It is not just a society thing. There can be people that are born really, really effed up, and most of them are psychopaths.
Christy probably put a freaking hex or something on her when she was pregnant with Gypsy.
For sure. You know?
Bet.
Bet.
Yep.
You know, but it's upsetting that these doctors even, you know, there are doctors I'm very suspicious of. I'm highly suspicious of Dr. Steele, Dr. Beckerman.
Read Boss Lady.
What Boss Lady say? Where is it? Can you put it up?
I can't, because I can't see that on my phone. I can't see the comments.
Okay, hold on. Where's Boss Lady?
It says muscle biopsy was related to the leukemia indicator, all association with microdeletion, and she was cleared for truly having cancer.
Where? I don't see it.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 from the bottom.
It's by who?
Boss Lady.
I don't see it.
Boss Lady 2026.
I don't see it. That's weird. I don't know. And I want to answer it, but okay, so read it to me one more time. I can't see it.
Okay. Hang on. Muscle biopsy was related to the leukemia indicator, all associated with microdeletion, and she was cleared for truly having cancer.
She was cleared.
And then she said she was responding to kid cancer and said kids with MD can show markers for leukemia, so that's probably why she had the workup and temporary diagnosis and all that.
I don't have her blocked, I don't think. I can't see her comments. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on.
Go up on your participants and unblock me.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not on I'm not on YouTube.
If you know the fast way to do it, then
hold on. Let me go in here. Let me go to my community.
I'm really glad that you made that point and brought that up, because a lot of people, you know, really feel like she didn't have it, and we have been feeling this whole entire time that she really did have leukemia at some point.
Hold on.
Because you can't, you know what I mean? You can't, make a wish is not going to give you, just say, hey, because Dee Dee said so.
No.
But she's acting like every time Dee Dee said to do something, boy, they did it.
Boss, is it Boss Babe?
Boss, capital BOSS, capital LADEE. 2026.
No, I'm not finding you. I don't see it. It didn't find you. Let me look.
I'll screenshot it and send it to you.
It's all right. I'm looking.
Where's my microwave?
I don't see you.
Here, I'm sending it.
Oh my God, there's the Helen Hunt one.
Make sure you have the spelling and all that right. Okay, I sent it to you on Messenger. Boing! There it is.
Doing. Boss Lady 2026. Why doesn't it search it? It doesn't, I don't know. That's so weird. Can I go to your page and unblock you that way? Can I do that? I don't know how to do it. I cannot find it. And I'm thinking that there's more people blocked than it's showing me on my list or something, because a lot of people keep saying this, and then I go look for their name and it's not in here. So I don't know. That's so
Right.
weird. I'm
Um,
sorry. I can't unblock you, boss babe. I'm sorry.
I'm
So
piggybacking off of what Kim just said. We're going to be more active over here on YouTube though, because we really do miss everybody here and really do like our family over here. Like I really do.
yeah, like I'm really done. I honestly, I'm really done with TikTok. I'm really done. I enjoy going on Chewy and Rose's panel. I like that, but I'm just gonna put lots of like little short form content and maybe go live once a week over there, because I'm sorry, it is extremely toxic. It is just a toxic app. And I built my platform here for years. Like I've been on
Right.
YouTube for a long time,
Right.
and I love my YouTube family.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to say I don't like people over on TikTok. There's some people I like, but um yeah, I don't know.
It's different over here.
Yeah,
It just
it
is.
is. Yeah, it's a much friendlier app.
It's more laid back. It's
I've
not
never had
as,
the problems like I've had
tap,
over
tap, tap. You don't
there.
have to tap the screen and do this and do that and get this and get that. You know what I mean? You can just chill out and have a conversation.
Right.
And yeah, it is pretty toxic over there, Amy. You are 100% right. Very toxic.
I typed it in. I can't even find them on like typing it
I'm
in.
rarely on there. If I'm on there, it's usually because Chewy and Rose are live, or we're doing a live, or somebody sends me something or whatever. But just to scroll, especially lately, no.
I don't understand why it's not even finding you when I look for
I
you
don't.
as
I got
a
her all her
person.
info though, so um,
Okay.
if nothing else, we can try after the live. Make sure we get her
Yeah.
taken care of.
I don't know.
I
I
can
don't
see her
know.
though, so if she comments, and
Okay, you can see her. Well,
I can tell
that's
you.
really, which usually I can see them in over here on StreamYard, but lately we've not been able
Good
to.
for you, Amy. Good for you.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, Amy. I think it was really,
Yeah.
I am at a computer. Yes, I am at a computer and I can't figure it out. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I can't do it. I'm very sorry. If I could, I would, but I can't. So
Okay, she said, tell Fancy that she was able to like my comment on her recent video that in live that you posted. So that's weird.
that's the same thing. Like Becca comes to my thing and I don't have Becca blocked and she can't see anything. She can only see when I'm live. Like it's really weird. I don't know what's going on. This is
And the comment
strange.
was her saying, thank you for going on to Perez Live.
Oh,
It must be a YouTube thing, something glitching, because the same thing was happening with somebody else that I was following, and they
mm-hmm.
couldn't see. And they're like,
Yeah,
I don't have you blocked. And I'm like, you're not seeing what I'm saying. Like, I had to create another account just
to
so I
come
could
see
go
you.
to their, you
Right,
know.
right, right. Um, I don't know what we were talking
We'll see
about.
if we can get it figured out, though, boss lady, because I don't think you're blocked, because I wouldn't be able to see it if you were. Because usually if she gets somebody, I get them too. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you.
No, she didn't. Okay, she didn't. It's not. There was nothing indicating in her biopsy or anything that she had cancer or anything like that. They weren't looking for that anyway, but I don't know if that was shown up or not. But it wasn't about that, and it was done 4 years later than when we believe she had the cancer. So after the bone marrow treatment, after all the chemo pills and everything like that she says she took, and I do believe she had leukemia based on several factors. One of them being though that it's like identified in her files with an actual like coded number to indicate where it is. So Karen, I can see you. Yeah, I
Oh,
can see
okay.
you,
Okay.
Karen.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, I can see you, Karen. Um,
I see
I
you.
see you. I see Amy and
They
Stacy and
never said
Karen.
Amy. They
They
never
never
said
saw
Amy.
me. They never saw an April
She
ever.
never did. Every time she looked in that mirror, damn it, I was like, please say Amy, please say Amy, please, you see me. I know you see me. I know you see me. She never saw me.
No. No.
Never said Amy. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, I won't talk about Rhineley. I will not talk about her. I just, nope. Don't
Oh
even
yeah,
ask,
that's why I
please.
didn't say her name, Amy, when I said that was the creator that I had to that I had to change my name for. That's why I didn't say it. Yeah, we're just leaving it alone. You know what I
We
mean?
just, I'm not going to talk about, I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
any other content creators, beefs. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. I just won't do it anymore. I just won't. Just
Yeah,
won't.
we good. We good. Amy knows. She knows.
I know she does. She knows. She's been around for it.
Yep.
You know, um, Amy, I know that you and I had some differences about, Nick's mother and all of these things. And that was one of our problems. And I'm just wondering, how is this hitting you? I'd really love to know if you would comment in the chat. How is this affecting you, seeing these videos of his and seeing what she did to him? Because it's disgusting. It is every single video that she is grooming and putting this shit into his head. Just sick, nasty shit. Just awful. Awful. I don't know. And I don't really care.
Karen. Yeah. No, I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a minute. I started doing videos and I was like just super absorbed, and then we just kind of like haven't really talked.
Yeah.
I don't hate on her. It's nothing like that. I mean, I still like her. It's just I don't talk to her. But
Amy, what I asked you, Amy, was how is this all hitting you, seeing these videos and what happened to Nick? I know you have a heart for Nick, and we had a row about his mom and all these things. And what is it like listening to what he said about his mom? What is it like seeing these videos of her grooming him? What is it like seeing these interviews for you? Because I want to hear what your opinion is about all of that. With Gypsy and her stepmom, and you're stuck with us. And Gypsy said, "That's okay. I want to be stuck." What do you or anyone else think about it? Well, I mean, I think those conversations between her and Christy and her aunt Claudia and everything, I think they're weird. I think they're super weird. Like, here's this woman who wanted nothing to do with you your entire freaking life, okay? That people didn't even know that Rod had a daughter named Gypsy. Neighbors didn't know. Like, I mean, it's just really freaking gross. And now she's within 5 minutes of talking to her the first time. She's like, well, I'll be your mama now.
Right.
Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, it's just like, yeah, she knew what jello shots and deep throating was,
I just can't with that.
And then it's so confusing. Oh God, this is the one I saw last night that was confusing. It's heartbreaking, to be honest, to know his mom just quit having anything to do with him is heartbreaking. I think now her story needs to be told. See, I told you. It's very upsetting. No, Christy does not really like Gypsy.
I don't think she does.
But doesn't mind being stuck with them. Yeah, I know. It just, none of them make sense. They just don't make any sense in anything they say about anything. Oh, Amy, I'm so glad you feel that way now, because I was never intending to hurt her by telling what happened or anything like that. I just really felt like it was sad. I felt that it was sad for Nicholas that his mother didn't talk to him, didn't come and support him, none of that.
I think she leaned towards her, her addiction in order to get through it. Honestly, I think that was the only thing. That's probably why he didn't hear from her, because she was probably, you know what I mean? I'm not kidding. I mean, I've been there, so
I don't think she could reconcile
how to cope like that.
I just don't think she could reconcile it. I don't think she could. I think Gypsy saw Nick was very vulnerable, and she knew instantly she had Nick on the hook.
She knew it. She knew it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to say she found him on Christian Mingle
or Christian Dating for Free or whatever
it was.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable. It's sad. It's just
someone said your hair is cute.
Thank you. I got my little antlers in. Look at them. They're so cute.
Very cute.
I thought about doing like the little things right here, like making it look like I had little dots like that and making my nose red, but I didn't do all that.
You
I
let them
decided.
see your eyes. Your eyelids are different colors. Have you shown them that?
I don't know where her mom was when she was making all these videos. To be
Funny, I
honest
love
with
it.
you, I think that Dee
Hey,
Dee
Stab.
was very, very bedridden when she wasn't out going to doctor's appointments. She wasn't going to grocery stores anymore. She wasn't doing a whole lot, and that was one of the reasons why she wanted to stop in Kansas City too, because she couldn't drive there anymore with all her problems.
I'm glad you guys did too, Amy. I'm glad you guys
And
did.
I think honestly, either her mom was gone or mom was in the bed asleep. But I honestly think that at that point she was of age and there was nothing Dee Dee could do, and that's why they fought about it all the time. But I think she was fine with her doing the video stuff. I even think she liked Nicholas based on other things that we know now. I think the main problem was the Visicon men that she was hanging out with and their criminal activity.
I
I think that was
understand.
the problem. And the fact that she knew her daughter was not mature enough for a relationship. She didn't want her daughter to get hurt. She knew her daughter
And
wasn't
not just that,
right
but I mean, she was messing with a married man who had kids, who was dealing
with drug
drugs.
convictions. And yeah,
I would definitely say no. You really should not. No, no. I don't know whether you're going to do it or not. The
yes.
fact that she was over 18, what are you really going to do? Other than tell her to leave. And when you had enough, and I really do think Dee Dee had enough and told her to leave, you can leave. And I think that's when she was like, you know what? You're the one that's going to go.
That's an interesting take, Cougar. I hadn't thought about that because I've always thought that it was staged. Always thought that it was staged. And we now know that the windows were not covered for years. They were covered only in the very last.
No, they weren't covering the video. That's coming through. And I went and looked at the photos, and I think I sent them to you too. There was a daytime and a nighttime photo, but the daytime photo, the light is not coming through. So I don't know if Gypsy put that there.
Yeah.
Prior, or if Dee Dee was getting to the point where, okay, I need to get myself, a gun. I'm gonna change my locks. I'm gonna blah blah blah. I don't know how that went down.
Exactly. I think she didn't want her getting pregnant. That's why she was having her take pregnancy tests all the time because the little slut couldn't stop.
And that's a good point, Abel. She could have let her do the videos because she didn't want her out on the streets. It was better than her being out.
Exactly. And I mean, we all know she was doing stuff that I think she was doing things that made money online. So, I mean, she was on these communities that she was doing these things, and I think she was fleecing these men for money, and she just found a patsy in Nicholas to get rid of her mother once and for all. And she thought, okay, I'm gonna do it. That's it. We're gonna do
We
this.
thought that too, Hurricane Hunter, about her being tied at the bottom of the bed.
I think she was. And it's not, there's a variety of reasons now. So I had never seen the straps. Like, I don't know why I didn't realize that they were attached to the bed at the foot of the bed. Like, I didn't.
Just said it. There were tie traps. Yep.
Yeah, at the foot of the bed, bloody tie straps. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And here's the thing. There's also so if you're looking at it this way, it's the left-hand side of the bottom of the bed. And there is a bit like this big of blood down there. And there is no way that blood would be down here at the bottom of the bed when Dee is laying from the top left to the right side. To the right bottom, top left, right bottom. She is nowhere near over here at all, nothing. And that's really interesting too, because I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So there's the blood in there. And it looks like they dragged her up, but I think maybe her head was sitting there and they were beating on her, But the other thing that's really interesting about that is in the crime scene photos, it's very clear that all the pillows are up against the back of the headboard, right? Like it's all there. And the pillow that has a lot of blood on it is actually sitting up and down like this, not underneath her, but up and down like this. And her head is just like right at it, like this.
Right,
like,
right.
It's not even on it. And it has the most amount of red stuff on it, blood. And the funny thing is they take all these pictures, but where do they measure that pillow from? They take it down to the bottom of the bed, the left-hand bottom side, and they put it there, and that's where they measure from there to there.
Right.
Why? That's not where it was in the crime scene photos. So did you move it from there to there and then take a picture of it because that made a better story for you somehow? Mm-hmm. Or did you actually put it down there? For what reason? What reason? Why would you move something? Then the blanket too. There's a blue blanket that moves all over that room, and they measure it from the wrong place too. And right. It's very, 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 very weird.
I feel the same way as Froggy. I do. I feel she was gone. I feel before he got there. I really don't think, even if he did do the action of any type of thing, he still did that action. I understand, but I still think, if anything, it would be abuse of a corpse, not actual that. But either way, I think she was gone. When you look at everything, just look at everything. The bruises on her knuckles, the wounds, the direction of the wounds, the depth of the wounds, how many of them, like Audrey had pointed out, there was more than 4 that were deep.
Remember, there were scratches that, Dinah likes to say it's because the cat was left in the house and was eating her, but that's not true. But remember, she likes to claw, and she can sharpen her nails to a fine little point, and she can claw, she can torture, she can claw, she can da-da-da, she can tie up, she can blah, 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 she can baby. Like, right, lack of blood, the blood all down the hallway, the blood in the kitchen, the blood on the cabinets in the kitchen. This did not happen the way he said it fucking happened, and I don't give a shit.
That's not from his finger or whatever you want to say it, unless he was spinning around like the Statue of Liberty in the fucking kitchen. Like, seriously, how is that going to get all the way up on the top of the cupboards like that? It's not.
Well, we have some, I guess it's not really new information. I mean, I think Trixie's had it out for a long time or whatever, and her friend Chrissy, but we've got some information, and it's really confusing because things that I thought were crazy that certain creators were saying now make more sense. But I also want to remind you, okay, yes. Like, dude, okay, look. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate Karma Collector.
No. But now that I know who
his sources
info from, I'm okay with it now. But he's got to stop going with things that he doesn't have 100% proof of, is my problem. Like, Dee Dee's had enough slander. Don't put that out there unless you know 100%, which we truly don't know 100%. We have a pretty good idea, but we don't know 100%.
Right.
That was my biggest problem.
So I've got these. So our friend has been talking to the people in the Springfield neighborhood, and let's see, let me find it here. And this is the story that the people are telling in the neighborhood. I want to pull it up here. Hold on. Let me just see here. What does it say?
Can you pause real quick and answer the avocado professor? They said, "This is where you all confused me." Nick said in his confession that Dee Dee fought back and he talked to her. You can't claim he told the truth and we believed him and then say he lied about this.
No, I fully believe he lied about what happened. I fully do. He was told to lie. He was threatened to lie. And I think he did lie.
Programmed
to lie.
To lie.
Yeah.
That is the word. He was
Nothing that we've been
programmed.
told about what went down that night makes any sense. Nothing. It does not. Even think about him straddling her on the bed in the position that she was laying. It's weird. It would have been an awkward thing to do.
From the way she's laying, from the way the autopsy shows the wounds, and it's a left-handed for sure. A lot of the wounds are lefty. I don't know.
Righty. A lot of the wounds are righty, not lefty.
Or right, whatever.
Yeah, righty. Because there's several that were right-handed, couldn't be made by a left-handed person.
Him. Sorry,
yeah,
my bad.
That wasn't him. So
I don't think she has anything over Nick.
So what they're saying is they're saying that the community of Vigicon people that know Dan, David, all of them are saying that there was a party and there was about 10 people there when the party happened. And apparently something along the lines of Dee Dee got mad at something that Dan did or whatever, or Sebastian did something. It was like this. I'd have to go and look, but it's this is convoluted for me, and it's hard for me to make sense of it still. And I have to preface this with, let's just remember that these people would all have a propensity to lie to cover for themselves in this situation. So we have to take all the information from Springfield people with a grain of salt. Okay. But they said that there was a party, an altercation happened, and Dan literally jumped in front of someone and he got stabbed in the back. And that's when it happened. And then they had to get Nick there and all of that. And Nick had to be there for the DNA and all of it. And there is a third unknown DNA on the knife. So that's what they're saying was going down. That's why Karma's like, oh, it's a Luciferian thing. And there were 10 people there. I don't think all that's true. I do think Dan was into Luciferian for sure, but I don't think it's like a sacrifice like that or anything. I think it was, if this is true and if we go with this story, I definitely can see the plausibility of this. Like, what if Dee Dee came home and they were all there and she didn't want them there? I also have to think about in this situation, David getting a frostbite from a refrigerated warehouse the same week, and thinking that maybe they were having a party at the warehouse, and there's
where
just
was she for how many hours? Nick is at the hotel waiting.
Right.
And she ghosted him for how freaking long?
12 hours. 12.
And what about him running into her at the hotel?
Now, see, they try to say that he made that up, but I don't think he did. I think people misinterpreted what he was saying, because I read it again today to try to make sure I understood it again. And what I think he's saying is the plan that they had, that they were supposed to go to, was that Gypsy was out on the streets and then she asked for his hotel room, and she came there because her mother kicked her out. That was like the whole thing. And they were going to pretend like they didn't know about her being dead, of course, right? Although that would have never flown. I don't know how they thought that was going to fly.
Yes,
I just don't.
Barbie, yes.
I get people won't talk all these wild stories. Exactly. It's you can't take any story and be like, yep, that's the truth, because these are all people that lie. They're all criminals and they all lie.
We're not slapping anything on this like we agree with this or anything. We're just telling you just things that are floating around, and it's like you got to take a second and kind of entertain it, and whether you want to look more into it or whether you just think, nah, that's a bunch of bull crap or whatever. But I think it's worth looking into as far as the VisionCon people.
I do too. She ghosted him a lot, Toxic Barbie.
We would love to know that, Toxic.
But she did it a lot. She would do it a lot. And he would get freaked out.
He had just gotten there too. Like, he was there. And he's at a hotel. He doesn't know where he's at. He has nobody there. He doesn't know anybody but her. And she just doesn't answer him for I don't know how long. And then she comes back and she's like, I was taking a bath getting ready for you.
Yes. The community is divided on lots of things, and particularly with Nick and what he says in the interrogation room, because he mumbles. He mumbles to himself for 16 freaking hours.
He does.
Okay,
He does for the whole time he's in there.
he's talking to himself, and
Mm-hmm.
this is how Nick talks.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a clear, articulate guy.
It's
He's
hard to
not.
understand him sometimes.
He's
But
very
it's like
hard to
he has,
understand, especially when he's talking to himself. So, it's very hard. And I think that he did know. He knew she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. She was supposed to help him. She was supposed to get him the best lawyer that she could, all of that. And he realized, I think he did realize in there that he had been set up. I think he knew
Yeah.
it. I think he knew it. I think he knew it all the whole time, but I think, I don't know.
They refuse to lose.
I do think she was with a man when she ghosted. I'm not going to say it was Dan, because I honestly don't believe that Dan was her main guy. He had lots of guys.
I don't think he wanted to be.
No, I don't think he wanted to be, but I think there were some people that did.
Mm-hmm.
David,
Yep.
Sebastian,
Yep.
Brian, these other people. Like, he's just the fall guy.
I know. Yeah. You can tell. She
No, I'm not buying the bath. The girl don't wash.
The,
And see, good.
yeah.
So I also, somebody said earlier about her staging the crime scene, and that she bagged up everything she wanted Christy and Rod to take. And that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. The fact that she loved, what Hurricane Hunter just said, the love that she had for Gypsy, you would think, that she would have did anything. Like, my first thought would be, oh my God, did he come in and get her and now he's getting me? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I feel like I just don't feel like she was coherent whatsoever. I just don't. And Gypsy, you see her in these videos. I can see her saying to him, didn't you hear her? Didn't you hear her say, what are you doing? Who are you? Didn't you hear her say that? Didn't you hear her yelling for me?
Yeah.
You were probably just so worked up that you didn't hear her, Nick. Like, seriously, this is the evilness in this little freaking demon.
This is a good point, Krugerish. Remember, she kept saying, I have to pack. If you have to pack a bag to go to Nick's house, it wasn't that serious. Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And she was throwing things out. They had cleaned out the shed.
Hey, Karma.
Because everything that was in the shed.
Can't say the last part, but hey.
I love that.
I do like it, but I just can't say it.
What was I saying? Damn it.
About packing up. Packing up to take
everything in the back room had been recently taken out of the shed. That's what she said, and I do believe that. And I just wonder, like, what were they doing? Like, I agree. Maybe they were moving everything into the front room. Because, okay, when I pack to move, that's what I do. I pack the box in the freaking room, and then I take every one of those boxes to the front room so that they can get loaded onto the truck easy. So that when you come to move it in the truck, you just come into the one room and you take all the boxes out. And I do this every time. I go to every room and I'll pack the whole room. And then I close that door to know that that one's been done. And then I go to the next room and I close that door. And then I go to the next room and I close that door. And that's what I do when I'm packing to move. And,
So she stopped your monetization. Wow. Well, you can come here and you can tell, and you can say and talk whatever you want. We won't do it.
What happened?
Get you here. Hurricane. Hurricane Hunter said Gypsy stopped her monetization. She didn't stop my thoughts and my opinions, though.
Hey, Creative Edge. I've always just thought, though, that this crime scene was staged for something.
Hey, Suze.
Maybe she was tossing everything into the back room that she didn't want anymore and was going to get rid of when she came back. I don't know. Something is not right about the whole crime scene. Something is not right about the whole house. It's not right. It's just not right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look right at all. And that's why I was saying, like, when I can't remember who brought up the fact that it wasn't all might have been that the house, when she's doing the videos, it wasn't all hoarded and whatever like that. That's why I wanted to know when she did the video of the tour and the jabbing, you know what I mean? That's why I wanted to know when she did that, because she for sure, it was messed up then.
Right. It's always been my thought
What?
that what they were my thought has always been, if it wasn't staged,
I think that's great, Hurricane Hunter. I do.
Then
I think
what
that's
they-
great, 'cause that's our mission too.
if it wasn't, oh, you're sewing and have you streaming on your TV. That's so cool. I love that. I miss sewing. I haven't sewed in a long time. I do miss it. I got rid of my machine when we moved because it broke weird, and I didn't want to fix it. It'd be cheaper to just go buy a new machine than actually fix the fucker.
Yeah.
So
I
I was like, I'll just go buy a new machine, and I just haven't got to. But I've always thought that, okay, so in January of 2015, oh, stupid me, when they go to Disneyland for the last time, there's a story from people that they were there and they were telling everybody that Gypsy was 12 and they were thinking of moving to the area. Now, we all know that Dr. Beckerman ended up moving to Florida, and she followed him once. Maybe Dee Dee was going to follow him again. I don't know. I think there was something going on there, but who knows?
Right.
And that's the only other thing I can think of, that they were packing to leave to go to Florida. And I think that could have been why the timeline was moved to June. Like, no, we have to go now. My mom's going to take me out of here and then we're going to have nothing. But on the other note, I can't see Dee Dee leaving the Habitat house. Like, I can't see her doing that with all of her medical issues. She had her doctors there. She had her Habitat house. She could afford her car and everything there. I don't know. Like, it's always been so weird. I have to go
Why
back
don't
to
you
stage.
answer White Rabbit? Where is Dr. Beckerman now?
He's in Florida, but his name is no longer Dr. Beckerman. It's now Dr. Gardner.
You don't say.
You don't say.
He changed his name? Huh.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. I mean, there's something wrong with the crime scene. It's just, I've never been able to reconcile it all. I can't. Nothing about the crime scene makes any sense. Nothing about what they say happened makes sense. None of it. But this party idea, if we go with the party idea, it makes a lot more sense. Okay? It could explain why there were all those Pepsis there at that time. Everything, right? Like,
who bought all the Pepsi?
Who brought the Pepsis? Right? Yeah. It could be that. Like, I've never thought about this party thing. Now that I know where it came from, now that I know that people are in the Springfield area are actually saying it, and this is what happened, all the white powder. Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it makes a lot more sense if you look at the crime scene in this manner. Okay, so first of all, we've got stocked up sodas, right? We've got cups weirdly everywhere, right? Okay, on top of that, we've got
Exactly, Malibu Barbie.
We've got blood all over the kitchen and all down the hall. And it looks like, okay, if I were to say that it happened in the house and she did lay there for whatever amount of time, which I still have a problem with the decomp. I can't reconcile the decomp, and I'm really trying hard to figure this out. I've been trying to talk to a couple of my MEs and my death investigators, and I can't figure this out. Like, it's really bothering me.
Right.
So let's say they're partying in the living room or the kitchen. And she decides, she gets mad because that's what they said. They said she got mad and she was going to stab Sebastian or something. And then she stabbed Dan instead because Dan jumped in front of her. And then that's when they killed her. Okay. So let's think about that. So we have blood in the kitchen.
Right.
We have blood on the cabinets in the kitchen. So if it was surface level, like counter level or below, I could believe that could have been from Nick's cast off of his actual, like, things. And we've got her telling us that she came up to her mom in the wheelchair in the thing and hugged her, and she said, "What's that for? I'm not dead yet, right? Please don't hurt me, Gypsy." Okay. So think about this. If it happens in the living room or the kitchen, which is where I think it was a kitchen, that blood goes splatter, splatter, splatter from when they just stab her, right? The first time. That could explain the one that's right here. Or I don't know if it's on what side. It's in this area right here. And that's the only one that's in the front at all. And so that makes sense to me. And then think about this. If she's running down the hall and she's got one stab in her already, that explains all the blood on the floor, all the blood on the walls, like little speckles of blood. And it explains even her running down the hall and landing on the bed diagonally and collapsing. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That is a story I could believe.
I don't know Sebastian's last name.
Yes, it's Amos.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the one that's on her Wi-Fi. That to me makes the most sense. What do you guys think?
Well, we got
Does
you
that
till
make
that
sense?
hurricane. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. Say that again, Vance.
That scenario makes more sense. What do you guys think?
I've always thought it wasn't in that room.
I've never thought it was in the room. It may have ended in the room, but it definitely didn't start in that room.
No. And no.
Did Dee Dee allow it?
Yes. Karen.
Yeah, everybody's saying yes, 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 yes. Thought it was the bedroom because the blood didn't match. The top of her toes had bruising. So what if they tie her up?
It was weird.
And what if they tied her? I mean, if they tied her up at the bottom of the bed.
Cocoa Puffs, I think, feels like the decomp was okay and wants to know what you think was wrong with the stage of the decomp.
What do you think is wrong with the stage is decomp? Okay. So I believe it happened on the 9th. And even if it happened on the 10th, we're still into almost a week of her sitting there. So we're somewhere between 5 and 7 days of her laying in that bed, decomposing. We've talked about this before. Even with the thermostat that does go down to 45, it could not cool to 45. An air conditioner is able to cool to about 20 degrees or so, less than what's outside. Now, if it's doing it the first time, it could go low for a minute or two, for a little while, but over a course of 5 to 7 days, that air conditioner is going to freeze over. And so when the police took the crime scene photos, it was shown that yes, it was set to 45, but it was actually 67 in the house. And with that, there is no they accounting for why she wasn't decomposing. She hadn't released body fluids there. She wasn't bloated completely. Their lividity is not right. It's not right for her laying in that position the entire time. She has a side lividity. It is called mixed lividity. And I don't give a shit what the ME on this autopsy report said, because I think they're all fucking corrupt. So, I don't care what he said was fixed lividity. You can look at it and no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not mixed. It's not fixed lividity. It is definitely mixed lividity, because if it wasn't mixed lividity and she died laying like this, then all of this area right here would have been where the blood pooled, but it didn't. It pools on her sides. So how is it pooling on the sides if she is laying flat? It doesn't. Mm-hmm. That's it. It doesn't.
That makes sense.
And I'm telling you, I agree with you. I think David had a list of things to fix. Things went wrong, left by Gypsy. Why else would he go in before cops had authority to? Exactly.
After being told not to.
And after every single police officer that was there giving a different accounting of what actually happened.
Exactly.
When he went through the window. From the window to the walls.
Mimi's bookshelf. He did say that, but like we were talking, it after seeing these videos and the programming she was doing for him, I mean, for me, she could have said, you must have been so, overwhelmed and in yourself doing this that you didn't hear her scream, but she was screaming. You know what I mean? Like, she could
Yeah.
have totally filled in things for
Spaces
him,
for
and
him.
he believes it.
Yes, the cop was fired, and
Cop was fired. Yep.
it ruined one of the first responders who was in training. It ruined her life. She had to end up going back to the jail, and then she ended up having Gypsy on her jail ward. It was
That's what I'm
fucking
saying. Like, the
lovely.
cops are there. Why did you have to go in? That looks so freaking suspicious to me. Like, the cops are there. Why did you have to go in so bad?
Oh, cougarish. I like this. I like this thought process. Exactly. And if you went through that window and he
Yeah,
said he was
Coco,
looking to
please
see if
do
there
that.
were
Please do that.
things disheveled that whole kitchen, the whole house was disheveled, but he didn't see it. He didn't
Right?
see it. And he talks about Dee Dee's room having a door. I'm just wondering, when was the door taken off? Could it have been taken
Yes,
off to get her into that room with a freaking wheelchair? Could that have been why the door was taken off? Could they have taken the door off the hinges at that point?
Exactly, Abel. Exactly. If there's that many people. Yep. I mean, people think it's crazy to say that, but I mean, really, is there anything about this case that's not crazy? I mean, the whole case has been crazy.
What did I say? What did I tell you guys? I told you. Right here. If there was a number of people there,
I was trying to get that to you. Yeah.
Right. And I heard you, and that's why I put it up.
Okay.
I'm just reading it for me. If there was a number of people there, then there would be enough to move a body out to a refrigerated storage, like a warehouse where David got frostbite. Could that be it? Ooh, I don't know. And bring it back. They would all be in it, so they'd help bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I say I was going to be right about it? Didn't I say? I bet you I did. And I bet you I am.
That's why I say, people are like, oh my God, does she really think they took her and put her over there? Is there anything about this case that has seriously just smacked you in the face? I mean, seriously, it all has smacked me in the face. All of it is just like bam, 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 then this, then this, then this, then this, then what? What this? What'd she do now? What was that? Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. So this to me is really not that far of a stretch. It just isn't.
Is that what was actually said, cougarish? I need to find out, because I know she talked about David's and something about that. And I know somebody did say something to her about David in the comments, and her face went pale and she looked like she saw a ghost, like seriously. But I didn't know.
Yeah, I remember that live.
But I don't remember if this was what was said. Is that what was actually said? Do you know? If somebody has a screenshot of what is actually asked of her when her face goes like that, I'd really love to have it. Send it to tipsforgoodwives@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But that, oh man, I am telling you, that woman didn't sit there for 6 days rotting in that fucking bed and there be no smell. Let me look at something.
Yeah, no, me either, Suzette. I don't trust anybody associated with her. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, Amy, I know you remember that.
Oh my God. Yep. Yes. Refrigerating a dead body significantly slows decomposition and drastically reduces or eliminates the smell, as cold temperatures inhibit the bacteria that cause odors, but it doesn't stop the process entirely. Some minimal odor, and this was there, or fluid leakage, that was there a little bit, can occur, which funeral homes manage with special odor absorbers and cleanliness.
And in Gypsy's freaking mind, she's thinking, oh, I'll just turn this down and they'll think that's why. Even though, you dumbass, it's not going to go down to freaking 45 degrees, okay? But that's what Gypsy's thinking in her mind. She's going to go ahead and do that to make that seem like that's what slowed it down.
I think she could have been in the tub. That's true. She could have been in the tub. And that would exclude the site. If you look at the wheelchair in the bathroom, it was scrubbed clean.
Why the bathroom was the cleanest room in the freaking house, too.
The bathroom was the cleanest room in the fucking house. Like, literally spick and span. Fucking spick and span.
For real.
I'm telling you. I haven't been wrong. Everything I've said, everything, down to the conversation that I believed happened between Dee Dee and Gypsy about her being able to be in relationships and with men.
Yeah.
I called it. I called exactly.
We talked about it. I don't know how many times, man.
And then she literally sits there and says exactly what I said. And I'm like, I'm right.
Yeah. And not that you're being conceited or anything like that. It's just the fact that you haven't been believed in so long because people have thought you're just biased or you're just upset or you're just this or you're just that. And now it's just like, no, she was really just freaking being honest, man. She was really just being honest, and nobody wanted to really listen, but they're listening now. They're listening now.
Just thinking about this, I'm telling you, I truly believe you were spot on and have been from the beginning.
Right.
Thank you, Suze. I have tried. I really do sit and think about it and try to walk through it logically. I try to walk through it logically, and I try to rule out everything that doesn't make sense till I get down to the smallest thing, and then I'm like, okay, that's got to be an answer. Like, that's the closest answer I think I can get. What was the time difference between the Facebook post and the 911 call? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I plan on doing a live about the Facebook post, or a video about the Facebook post, because I saw the other day, you know what, in fact, I'm going to go look at the Facebook post. Hold on. Let me go look at the DJIP
Would the FBI be able to do anything at this point?
I'm not sure. Okay, do we no longer have the DJIP Blanchard site? Is it like gone?
Catherine, my God, we've had to look up this stuff. I swear to you.
Okay, here we go. DJIP Blanchard. Okay, so let's see here. June 14th. I can't see the time on here. It's only showing 10 years now. I took pictures of it in real time, and I'll have to go and do that and look through that. Wow. Because the other day, those who shall not be named were discussing the timestamps, and they were seeing the timestamps as being at 3:00 in the morning, on the bitch is dead and all of that. And so, and I've seen that it change as well. I've noticed that the times that I've seen have changed before. So I'm really confused about it. I just don't think it went down the way they say it went down either. Guys, with some of the players.
Can I answer the one question about the thawing of the body? It says, thawing a frozen body takes a significant amount of time, ranging from days to over a week, depending on size and method, with slow refrigeration around 38 Fahrenheit, taking 48 to 72 hours or longer to ensure even thaw and prevent decomposition, while rapid methods, warm water lamps, might speed it up. So it would have taken anywhere from 48 to 72 hours at least.
Right. And I don't think she was frozen. I'm not saying that. It is a refrigerated warehouse that I believe that I think that might be where she was held.
But I'm telling you, cold is going to preserve her.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could have put her in an electric wheelchair and just moved her ass that way.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. That would be the easiest way to transport her. Stick her in one of Gypsy's wheelchairs.
Weekend at Bernie's.
You can move her in it easily in that.
Yes, a fridge, not frozen. I don't think
even a regular wheelchair. You could move her in.
You can put her in the wheelchair and do it. Yeah, the wheelchair in the bathroom.
The wheelchair in the bathroom. The way
right in front of the toilet where no one could go to the bathroom. Like, really?
Where? Get out of the chair the way that wheelchair was.
Right. And if the chair was in there and she was hiding in there, here's my question. Okay, so the chair's in there, she's hiding in there. Why isn't she shitting in her chair instead of hiding over the cat box, supposedly, like hovering over her cat box that no human could actually freaking do in that position? Like, yeah, and the wheelchair in the bathroom was scrubbed clean. It was. It was. And it wasn't dust on it. It was baby powder on it.
Right.
We're getting so close.
I mean, kind of paper bag queen, kind of.
I know. Yeah. I know. I know it sounds crazy, okay? The paper bag queen. But what murderer isn't crazy?
Well, I mean, like I just said, this whole story is just bizarre. And now seeing her in person be these different types of, I can't say personalities because they're not. They're just, it's just her. It's just her calling herself different people. And that's bothersome to me. And after seeing all this, nothing is far-fetched with this case to me anymore at all. It just isn't. You know what I mean? It's like saying, I'm mad now. I'm fancy because I'm mad now. I'm my mom because I'm nice now. I'm Cheryl Ann because I'm sad now. Like, no, you're just you. You're just you. You're just not okay. Email, I'll give it to you.
I'm looking for what was sent to us to tell us the conversation. So I'm going to read you guys it. Oh, honey, there's a ton of information that hasn't even been released yet. They're releasing it in waves. Okay. So here's what we've got. Let me see if I can pull these up. So it says, okay, hold on. Let me get back over here.
You're welcome.
Okay, here. So it says, this is from one of the people that was talking, and it says Ace, and that's Dan. And that's one of his, Ace Barrister is one of his aliases. Ace, I have one when we all had that party and you.
Hurricane.
Oh, wait, no, Ace isn't him. Ace is Sebastian, I believe. Okay, Ace, I have one when we all had that party and you took the blade for old Danny boy. I remember back in the day what it meant to have your brother's back. Took a knife in the back for a buddy. We won that fight. So that is what that was saying. He took a stable for these fools trying to fuck with the party. So whoever it was.
I know you can't trust it at all.
No. And he says, means these fools were trying to stab Disco Dan, our boy, and Ace jumped in front of the blade. Yeah, it was intense, crazy back then. We had one of the biggest goth industrial party house in the city. An industrial party house in the city. We ended up taking over the city music scene and opening up all the national acts.
And that's who's saying that?
Ace, I can't. Or it's somebody talking about Ace and Dan.
Okay.
I'm not going to give his name. I'm just
okay,
not.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
I don't, because I don't know if it's okay to give his name or not.
We're not allowed to divulge that.
I'm not going to divulge the source. But yeah, he said there exactly. Remember? Okay. So I do think I had a hard time determining whether he actually said that there were 10 people there and he'll, and yes, he did say he'll apologize to everyone except Dan in the interrogation video. I do know that. But this part where he says there were 10 people there while I wasn't there, I don't know if I hear it or not because power of a suggestion is huge. And so I kind of thought I heard it, but I don't know. Ugh. Yes, she would have had maggots
We're
too, but
just
it
mentioning it
wouldn't have
because
happened if she was in a refrigerated fucking place.
we're just tossing stuff around. That's all. We're not saying anything is 100%. We're just saying this is all the things that have been being said, that are being thrown around, that are, you know, and the fact that you kind of got to entertain all sides of it, especially now knowing what a true psychopath she really is, man.
10
No
people in
joke.
the house when I wasn't there. That makes a lot of sense. It's funny because 10 people is what we're being told by our source that the sources are saying. And Nick, now we're saying that Nick said, and we didn't know that we didn't know that these two things existed.
I don't think so, paper bag. I don't think so.
What paper bag?
Any cooling packs reported?
No.
No, but that's a good question.
But I don't trust the autopsy at all. I don't trust that ME.
They didn't even pronounce her dead at the right time. The whole thing is shady. That's what I'm saying. Like the Ryan Reacts dude, who I really do like that guy. He was on with Becca last night, and he was saying, there's so many layers because he's finally starting to like get into this and breaking it down and paying attention to it. And when you do first start learning, you're just like, wow, are you kidding me? And like some of the things you guys are seeing right now, we've already known because we've seen it in, transcripts or whatever. We've seen it written, but to physically see it and now you guys are finally seeing it, it's just kind of like, wow, you realize how much there is to this case. There's just so much. So just because we're talking about something doesn't mean it's necessarily something we think is for sure true. It's just something that's been talked about, that's being thrown around, and that we have to pretty much entertain, like I said, at this point, because she's diabolical, man. She's diabolical.
And the people that are around her then and now are as well.
Yeah, and she's not changed. She's not changed. And now she has a daughter. And the simple fact that, I'm very, very, very worried for baby Aurora. Very much so. Very much so.
See, exactly, Cougar. She may not have even been killed in the house, because here's another scenario. Okay, so if she was at the party at the warehouse or whatever, then that would have made sense why she was there for so long.
Exactly, Karen.
And it still would have made sense why there was blood everywhere, because if they brought her in the wheelchair and they were wheeling her down, she still could have had, blood coming out as she's, whatever. And then they lay her down in there. I mean, I'm telling you, something about it all is not right. The decomposition is wrong. The place of the body is wrong. The blood splatter is wrong.
How do you explain how the damn dryer sheets are laid down exactly the way Dee Dee was laying?
Right. Yes, there was something weird about the autopsy and dates. Yes, he pronounced her dead.
Her and stuff like that, and that moved the lividity. I don't know. You'd have to move her and let her stay there for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
7 days. Hold on, my husband's calling from the other room.
Yes, truth is stranger than fiction. And scarier, to be honest. Wasn't something odd about the autopsy and dates? Yes. The date and time. I know, Cougarish. There's so much. There's so much. I wanted to respond to yeah, Lori, knowing what we know now, there's no doubt she was absolutely. The way she just nonchalantly just talks about this stuff like it's just normal. And we're just going to do this. And we're just going to have to, tell our kids that they've got to stick to the story so nobody knows what's going on here. Really? And we're not supposed to be concerned right now? The smell would have been there. I agree. Yeah, Chris says it does. You start to feel, and that's why we take breaks, man. I do. Um, it was a video of Nick talking about the baby and what he would say, and wow, I had to take a break after I watched that because I just think that is so just mean and evil and heartless to do to somebody, man. I mean, you made him think you guys had a baby. You made him think that he lost that baby. You made him think that your mom made you lose that baby because she abused you till you lost that baby. I mean, the depths that she has gone to, I just don't understand. I mean, if her karma's not hitting right now, I don't know, Chris. I'm not sure what's going on right now. I really don't. I'm hearing that Ken possibly left. I don't know if he took Aurora. I don't know. I don't quote me on that. It's just something that I heard. Um, if he stays, though, if you ask me, he's just as bad. I don't know. I don't know. CPS should take, because there's people that are very upset. People are very upset. People are very concerned about the baby. Exactly. Ken was told the very same thing from her dreams. Yes.
Her dreams are fucking nuts.
She was on live this morning on TikTok. He did. He did, Abel. Exactly, Cougarish.
Okay, listen, Karma, whatever. You said no, CPS won't with this case because Gypsy can't face double jeopardy. But if it's for something unrelated, yes. But CPS wouldn't have anything to do with her charges. It would be what she's doing to her child that would be different, and they could use the evidence from the videos to prove that this is a pattern of behavior for her. And they could also use the one where she's offering up Ryan's nephew for people, for women to, message him. They could use the Omi TV stuff. So there's a pattern of events. So, but it wouldn't have anything to do with double jeopardy or anything like that. So, yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Was her date of death the 16th?
No, it was the 14th.
The 14th. Yeah, that's what I thought.
They pronounced her dead at the 14th at the time that the Facebook call supposedly, or the 911 call went out. So at 3:27 in the afternoon or something like that.
Right.
But they didn't even breach the door until after midnight on the 15th.
And how do we know Gypsy didn't give David the key?
Right.
It was probably her, because let me tell you, Gypsy was running that damn show.
Right. Right.
Like, that is an absolute certainty. I would bet my entire life on it. She was running that show.
And David was putting all of the money that they collected from things in his bank account through, and Kim was managing the money.
Yeah, they wouldn't do shit. They won't. So you're right. They won't. They won't.
I feel so bad for this baby. I just feel so bad for this baby. This poor kid.
I agree. If Ken stays, he's just as disgusting. Like, seriously. I mean, you're not. Like you and I were talking before, Vance. He really does not know a lot about the case. He really doesn't.
Ooh, Kim and David are now divorced. Kim and David are divorced, Susie?
Yeah, I heard that one too, the 10 things. But like I said, I had to keep like not looking at the words and just listening, and I was hearing different things. So I couldn't just specifically hear that anymore. So I don't rather know whether he's really saying that or not. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again now that we've heard all this other stuff.
Last year. Oh.
Wouldn't hurt at all.
It wouldn't hurt at all, Lulu. Contact anyone you can in the media. Contact local media there.
Anybody.
Contact, everybody. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
New videos, whatever. Do a, What's up with Kim and David? Someone said they obviously got
divorced last year. And I've always thought that it's weird that David's daughter was named Aurora, and now she's named her daughter Aurora. Just weird.
I've wondered that too, Abel.
I definitely think that there was someone encouraging it to continue the child act. And she was involved. Oh, that's another thing we got here.
For sure.
Oh, that's another thing we got yesterday as information too. And I'll show you this one.
What was that one? Which one?
Hold on. Let me get it from our girl here. Okay.
Really? Because Aurora in mythology is Satan's mother. Did you know that, man?
Okay, so no, I didn't. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so let me show you guys. I want to show you these. All right, let me take off the blur. No blur. Alrighty.
Exactly.
So this is one of them. I'm gonna hold it up here. Maybe you guys can see it. I'll read it though. It says, this is our source is in blue. Our source is in blue, and the guy she's talking to is in white. And this is what it says. She wrote in recent emails that she messaged many older men expressing wanting to have sexual relations with them. Did you know of that or happen to know any of the men involved? She mentioned a Richard King and a Robert, and we know about Dan already. Now, Robert King was defended by Mike Stanfield years before for what? Trafficking.
Interesting.
Just curious if you ever got wind of all that stuff at all. And then he said, I did not talk to Dan a few times, and I know Richard as an acquaintance. It did always give me the creeps when I'd lift her up and she'd start touching me, like feeling my arms and stuff. She even slipped in a crotch grab once, but I never said anything, laughs out loud. I had no clue until it all went down. And then the next one is a screenshot from one of the groups that they're in. Okay. So here's that. And it says, one of them says she gave me an over the pants handy once. That girl is a freak. And our source was like, for real. And then the guy comes back and he said, well, okay, she did a lot more than that, but she seemed desperate. Kept saying something about a blind box, whatever the fuck that means. And every time I hit the spot, she would yell out, La Boo Boo! Or Lububo. Oh God, la boo boo. Then I popped one off in her eye and hauled ass out of the alley. That bitch was cray cray. 2.5 stars. Would not recommend. That's hilarious. And then the rest of that, there's another part of that. Hold on, because I know she sent us another part of that again. Okay, so this is June 10th, 2011, 3 a.m. What's up, bitches? What's up? And then it says, this is the text conversation. And it says, crap, taking this to the mailbox. And it's sorry, love, just for your safety and mine. Try Bri loves you lot. Or thank you, Bri loves you lots. Love you too. Have her message me. Lost her link. And then it says, by the way, fetlife.com. Awesome. And then the person says Gypsy Rose. And then it says, I'm up now too. So I don't know. Like she was on Labubu or Labubo. Like, oh my fucking God. These people are killing me. and that was back in the day. Those are text messages from back in the day. I do know that she was on FetLife. I remember seeing her profile a long time ago. Nick was on quite a few sites too, so she could have sought him out from those sites to the Christian dating site. Like she could have sought him out. She could have actually met him somewhere else, and they just said that they met on the Christian Mingle because that's where they decided to go talk. So I don't know. Jesus. Oh my God. She was stealing it.
Oh, the message was from one of our people that helps us, a source and a good friend that helps us. That's who that was. We were talking to her about what we were talking about. You just went through it. So
the FetLife stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about her sexual escapades with older men.
Yeah.
And I was told back in the day too, just sometime last year, I was told that there was a Facebook group for VisiCon that had all of them in there, and not the page, there was an actual group, but it doesn't exist anymore, interestingly enough. And she was in there, and Dee Dee was in there, and she was hitting on all those older men. And I really think that was the thing for Dee Dee. I don't think she didn't want her to date at all or have any type of future, anything like that. I don't think that's the case. I think she just was trying to tell her, you're not mature enough to date now. And, I don't care if you're if you're 18 or 50, if you're not mature enough to date, you're not dating. And I'm not going to let people hurt you. And she did not like her doing that.
I don't think it was about I don't think it was about It was about wanting that approval, because as well as I do, no matter what age you are and you care about your parent, like seriously, you always want approval. And I just don't think she was getting that. And she wasn't getting the approval that she wanted over Nick, because she said she wanted her to help her with a living situation, which, like I said, tells me she wanted them to freaking live there. And I'm thinking Dee Dee told her no.
Right.
She damn well told her no. That pissed her off. She's done, and she's got to go. Here comes Ruby. Enters Ruby. Because you know what? Screw her. If she's not going to help me in any kind of way, and we've got to do this on our own, and I'm supposed to be taking care of her because she's getting sick, well, then she's going to have to go. That's how I feel like it went. I really do. She's that callous. She's that callous. So anyway.
I'm mature enough to date, says the lady pretending to be a dog spirit vampire while wearing a wig, a shitty one at that, that's not even brushed. Jesus, you can't even be bothered to brush your fucking wigs, dude, before you get online and talk to people. Like, I don't know if Dee Dee told him, but Gypsy told him by sending him nudie pictures and asking her 10-year-old sister to go contact Dan. I'm telling you. Yes. Oh, that one cracked me up too. She even told Nick if she had $1 for every time someone told her she was immature, she would be rich. And I laughed my ass off. I'm like, she would. She probably would be rich.
Yeah, for sure.
Further, I don't think Rod would address her kinks because Rod's kinky like that too. So I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I just don't know.
I think she has issues that haven't even been discovered yet. Like, seriously, I can't figure it out.
So June 10th, Karma, is maybe or maybe not the day. There is a discrepancy, and there's many of us who believe it happened on the 9th based on several factors. And then Gypsy herself last year in her book wrote June 9th, 2015. She's wished her mother, or she's talked about it on June 9th of this is the anniversary of my mother's death, blah, 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 blah. Right. But the 10th is when Nicholas is supposed to have gotten there. But we all know we don't think that Nicholas was the first one to do anything.
That could be, Boss Lady. Boss Lady just said the big argument between Gyps and Dee Dee was probably over the neighbor telling Dee Dee that they saw Gypsy's Ruby post on Facebook.
Was that in 2011 too? Or 2013?
What
Oh, that's,
year was
yeah,
that? I don't
2013,
know.
2014.
When did she find out about Demona? Do we know?
I don't remember.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So she knew about Demona because somebody told her. Okay, here's what Nick maybe didn't even jab the real that's exactly exactly. What was it? What was I gonna say?
I know.
Talk about the different personalities having different ages.
Demona.
Oh, was it what Boss Lady said?
2013. But she says that she had Demona when she was 14 and 15, and Demona was not helping, causing problems.
Oh, okay. I remember. Okay, so it was, and I'm hoping I'm getting this right, Dan's mom that saw the Demona thing and called Dee Dee or got a hold of Dee Dee and said, "Are you seeing this?" Anybody in chat know this? Because I'm pretty sure this is what I heard. I want to say it might have been on Becca's, but yeah. Somebody saw her. Yeah, someone saw her. Somebody, yeah. Forgot to tell you that. I'm sorry. There's so much. I just. Okay, Catherine heard that too. Yeah. His mom. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say it again, Matt, because Chrissy says missed it.
Okay. So Dan's mom saw the Demona profile, I think via Dan, probably. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was up. I'm not sure. But anyways, she got a hold of Dee Dee and said, "Did you know about this?" Because she was posting things that were,
Mm-hmm.
So, oh God, yeah, she needs to be stopped. She needs to be stopped now. She needed to be stopped 10 years ago.
Jesus.
She plays that sick part, man. She played it with her own mother, man. I can't walk, Mom. I don't know why. I can't walk. My legs are weak. I don't know why, Mom. I don't know why. I told you this, man. I was like, I'm telling you, I think she was the one. She was the one that had freaking Munchausen. It was her. I'm gonna flip this all around like she is on her freaking mom, and you wonder why we don't want to stop. You wonder why. You know what I mean? People think we're obsessed. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, sure, call it obsessed, but I want to get the truth out there, and I want to bring Dee Dee, her dignity back. Like, for real. This woman has been trashed by not just Gypsy, by Krusty, by Rod, by all of them, by Mike, by all of them. This does not stop with Gypsy just because, this is all being found out right now, whenever. No, every single one of you mofos that helped her, it's all coming. It's coming. The truth train is coming for you all.
I heard that as well. And that's when Gypsy hid the Facebook post from Nick telling him Demona changed the password and Gypsy didn't remember it.
Me too, Anne. I feel that way too. That is, wow. Changed the password and Gypsy didn't remember it. Yep, that's it. What they just said. Yep.
And that's the apology video she did, where she said, me and Gypsy, we did it together. You can't be mad at either one of us.
Yep, Aaron Lee Carr, Melissa Moore.
I do think that some of the videos she sent to Nick had already been sent to Dan and other men. I've also thought that she takes those videos and she's talked about editing, and Yeah, that's where we're getting them from, Karen, as well
Exactly.
as from Into the Weeds
Yep.
with, yeah, a lot of the new videos
Yep.
with, yeah, a lot of the new videos. Yeah. And that video, that the apology video was exactly similar to what she did to
And
Ryan.
not one tear.
No, not one tear.
What'd you say earlier, Fancy? About she doesn't have what?
I wonder if she has tear ducts
Yeah,
because there's never any tears.
never. And
I
I was
wonder-
like,
look
well,
at that.
maybe all the eye surgeries, mess with them. But honestly, I don't think she's capable because you got to be able to feel remorse to. And I don't think that bitch feels anything except horniness. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah, she's horny as a mofo. Yeah, demons don't cry;
Yes.
they laugh.
Well, here we go. Yes, strabismus surgery can affect tear production and drainage, often causing temporary issues like watery eyes, dry eye symptoms, tear film instability, or even minor tear duct blockage due to inflammation, nerve irritation, or changes in ocular surface exposure from the muscle adjustments and incisions. But they are usually temporary and managed with lubrication. But it can happen.
That'll be the next thing fucking Brie picks up and be like, see, y'all, she's crying. She just don't have the tear duct. She's crying, though.
Duty's fine. Duty's fine. Except for the fact that if she hadn't had those surgeries, bitch would be blind. Bitch would be blind. Bitch would be blind.
Big time confused about that. She intended it to be confusing. So they were at Christie's? Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yes, Bodicious A97. Yeah. Retired forensic accountant auditor. Faking a baby could be a serious crime in her case. It's another route to look at if you want to pursue her criminally. I mean, we are looking at it. I mean, we all talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck.
And I know, and Fancy made a very good point. Whenever it was brought up the last time about, do you really think there's a baby and da 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 da, and as she said, at this point you have to assume that there is, and you have to act as if there is, because if there is a baby, we really should be concerned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that what if, and you can't take that chance.
Yeah.
You got to take it serious, because what if there is truly a baby? You have to assume that there is. You just do.
What? Is that what she said? Gypsy drove with Lindsay to hide out at Christie's because she thinks she will be
attacked where?
Well, Gypsy, that's really interesting considering that nobody knows where your actual new house is, but everyone knows where Christie's is.
Her and Rod probably went on they're probably gone somewhere and she's there watching a damn dog or something.
Oh my God. Yeah, and Christy and Rod did go camping. That's what I heard too. Oh my God.
Were camping?
Ken and Aurora were camping with Christy and Rod, and she didn't. What?
What? Are they all camping?
And who takes a baby camping in the winter? Like, what?
And Gypsy just lets that happen as the mother?
Lindsay is woo woo bestie.
But you ain't taking my baby out there camping. Well, she sits at home with woo woo.
Christy has cameras, so she said, "Yeah, I know Christy has cameras." Oh my God, who does she think is going to attack her? We couldn't be so lucky.
I guess the baby was with Ken camping. I don't know.
Camping in the middle of December.
Right before Christmas. What's this about?
I'll be right back.
That's just bizarre. That's just completely bizarre. Doing it to prove that they're not fighting. Yeah. Oh, I see. I got you. So she's making it seem like, wow, Christy, thank you.
They have taken you camping in the middle of the winter.
Wow, Christy Loomis, thank you very much. I'll make sure she sees that. Appreciate it. Flying up to LA for TV shows whenever. Exactly. Like, I was so excited, especially, I mean, I had 2 boys before I had my daughters, but I was so excited when I had my first girl and could not wait to, like, dress her up and put her in things and put stuff in her hair
You're like
and take
five.
yeah, I took my kids everywhere with me. That's just the way it was, like, part
Snows.
of being a mom.
Yeah.
I think it's part of being a mom or being a parent. So, what else? What was that? It's also common to go to the South.
Yeah, I know that. I can believe that. Yeah, with you camping while she was pregnant. Okay, so Craig's family camped a lot. I didn't camp. I don't camp. I'm not a camper. Okay,
Well, I
I've
never
been
knew
a
Ken to be a
camper.
camper either.
I'll go to a cabin. I'll sleep in a home that's camping, but am I sleeping in a tent on the ground somewhere? Nope, I don't do it. I told my dad I didn't like it the one time he tried to take me. I was like, I don't like this. There's bugs crawling on me. Get me out of here. I don't want to be
And
here.
when she's still that
Like,
young, no, I'm not being separated. No, whether it's the
so
dad or not.
here's the
Exactly.
thing.
Being a good mom, Suze. Right.
This was Craig's opinion. I said, would your mom, when was the first time your mom started taking you camping? And he said, I was 2. And then he said, and I said, in the winter? And he's like, no, we hardly camped in the winter because of how cold and snow and everything. And he said, but there was one time when I was 5 that we all rented cabins with the church group and we all got snowed in and then they had to come and bulldoze us out.
That's true, Karen. That's true.
But we usually have a camp house. Okay, I mean, I can understand that, but do I think Dee Dee was scared of Gypsy? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gypsy said it. Gypsy said she was.
Mm-hmm.
She
said baby knew, or honey knew that baby, whatever it was that she said.
Yeah, baby could be violent. Honey knew that baby could be violent.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. But yeah, I just...
I mean, if it was like a cabin or something, but I just think it's weird you're going to take a baby that's not even walking camping.
Right.
Like, she's not even walking. I mean, she might be stumbling, taking steps, but I don't know. If he was smart, he would get the hell away from her. But I am scared to think that he's probably just like her. So I'm going to get involved with somebody and I'm going to have a child with somebody and they've been to prison for killing their own damn mother. I'm going to want to know about that whole story, everything about it. I'm going to want to know everything about it. What does that say about him, you know?
Well, I guess it is like in the 70s down there.
Yeah, it probably isn't too bad. But to me, it's the point of like,
she's not even walking.
She's not even walking. Like, what fun is that? Are you going to pull her in a stroller or push her in a stroller everywhere you go? Or are you going to stick a fishing pole in her? You know, I don't know. Maybe it was something
at their newly acquired land.
He wanted to do with her, whatever. At least he's getting her away from fucking Gypsy. If it's better, I hope it's better than being with her. I don't care what you want to call it, camping,
glamping, whatever the
whatever. Just get her the fuck away from her mother. I'm not even kidding. She says he suits.
Well, here's the thing, guys, with the Ken Gypsy saga. They're not following each other. They're following each other. They're not. They are. They're not. They are. Oh, they broke up. No, they didn't. They never broke up. But yes, they did. You know, it's all for them to have attention that takes away from anything that we are putting out here. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So do I think that Ken left her? I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I do care for the child.
From what he says, they never broke up once.
Right. So I don't know. Honestly.
Exactly. Don't look over here. Look over here.
Yeah. I think it's just a distraction. But if he did, good. Go. Ken. Run. Take Aurora.
Like, honestly.
I don't trust you any more than I trust Gypsy, but it's got to be better. It's got to be better. It's got to be better, right? It's got to be
the lesser of the two evils. You know?
No, Swiss Miss, you can use a refrigerator, not a freezer. And yes, it can help. It does slow down the decomp. A freezer would indicate she had to be thawed. But if she wasn't frozen and she was just kept in a refrigerator, she wouldn't need to thaw.
Yeah,
They
no,
can
Ken's
just
not
pick up her
frozen.
cold ass body and lay it down.
Yeah. I'm very confused about that too, about Woo Woo at Christie's. I'm very confused about that. But again, it's just something else, to
No,
distract,
Karma, she
to
doesn't have
distract.
multiple personalities. That's her sick ass mind. She does not have multiple personalities.
No,
That's
she
not
didn't
it.
even have a different voice. You know what
Voice
I
for
mean?
them.
Like she's not all.
There's no different mannerisms, no different. DID is not like that. Thank you. I think I'm funny, but
She gets you. She
you know,
gets you.
you get me. The morgue isn't as cold as someone would think. Exactly. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, she can't even do another voice. I mean, have you actually literally watched somebody change from one person to another?
Dude,
their whole face, their everything, their demeanor, their mannerisms, everything changes. Gypsy is just the same person with the same voice, with the same mannerisms. Tilting the head all the time, tilting the head, tilting the head, tilting the head. We need to do all her all her tilting of the heads to the "What Is Love" song. Somebody get on that. What is love? Because she does. She tilts her head to the side like all the time.
Yeah, there is one, but it says that it would originally it would speed surface changes up, but it does slow down decomp, and it's called
Exactly, Susie.
quick lime, hydrated lime.
Susie said the
So
PID, the personalities don't know each other.
some of them do. That's not always true. Some of them do know each other, but not all of them know each other a lot of the times.
Right, and also,
I think Ivory is related. I believe her husband is related to them on the Blanchard side. That's what I think.
Yes, Bodacia.
Okay, so let's go back to this idea. What was shit was I saying? I was talking about the decomp,
The freezer,
the freezer, the refrigerator, just oh, DID. That's what we were talking about. Okay, so there's this one video that came out yesterday. I think I saw it come out. And this one is where she's talking about so I have different personalities, and I know that it confuses him or you sometimes, right. But it is. But, so I have like my little girl, they're all different ages. Like my little girl side, she's 10, and then I'm me Gypsy, I'm 19, and my evil side's 19. And then she goes, well, actually, I'm 23, and my evil side is 19. It is confusing. No, it's not confusing if you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, can you not freaking count?
No.
1, 2, 3.
It's a little confusing.
Okay. The door's unlocked. What are you talking about?
The one they use for more work. I got you.
I'm live.
Okay, and
okay.
No, Mom.
Okay, let me grab my boots and I'll come out and help you real quick. Hey guys, I gotta go bring in groceries real quick.
Okay.
Just keep it going, Mac. For a little
Right.
bit here. Let me go find my shoes. I think they're in the bedroom.
I mean, I literally have
To everybody cut off. We're cousins, married cousins. That's the truth. Because I'm pretty sure that Christy and Rod are distantly related through the line. Very distantly, but it's there. Exactly. She did do that, Lulu. Woo woo is what they call, I think it's in the, I don't know if it's Wiccan. Fancy knows the exact thing, but it's what you call the witch thing that she does. Yeah, because she would be like, Mama never did it. Mama didn't tell me this. Mama didn't da 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 da. Like she would go into that voice. Which video? Which video, Karen? Yeah, woo woo is Ivy Rose Grows Wild. Woo woo is Wiccan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The age one? Yeah. Yeah, that too. That too. I think there was a bunch of stuff that was going on. I think Gypsy was an absolute hellion for Dee Dee to deal with, especially at the end. Those last couple years, I think I think Gypsy put Dee Dee through the ringer in a lot of ways, and possibly the people that she was bringing over to the house, you know? Okay, thanks, Susie. Appreciate that. You really can't believe anything she says. And she does say that in her police. I mean, I was asking Fancy that. We were talking about that the other day, and I'm like, you know, why do you think she would have done that? I mean, because she had the hospital thing on her arm that tells what year she was born in that interrogation. You know what I'm saying? And she sits there and tells them that she's 19. But on my Medicare, it says I'm, you know, she was born in 94. It's like, okay, your Medicare is going to be the one, your Medicaid or whatever it is that she was on is going to be the one that's going to tell the correct, you know what I'm saying? The government, anything with the government is going to tell what your age is.
I try to do it every time.
So I don't know. Yeah, her saying that in the interrogation blew my mind a little bit too.
Okay.
Right, Chris, which is why I was wondering when she did the video of the stabbing, like to show him where to go and how to do it, the room in Dee Dee's room was a mess. So I'm wondering when that video was made.
All this meetings, you think, or do you want to do two?
Yes, Woo Woo was hanging out with it. Yes.
I don't care.
I don't know. Bree was there, not there, but I don't know. But I think Bree was a little bit smited, just a little bit. Jealous.
You're not. That's okay.
I'd like the living room clean because
I'm gonna live on the living room.
in the living room this weekend.
You're gonna put up the tree?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I mean, where else?
That could be.
I know. That's why I didn't know why it hadn't been done yet.
Oh, I don't know that.
There's so much good input on this. That's why I love doing these.
It's not a big deal. Stop being rude to me because you're a
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're having a hard time hearing me. She
I didn't
muted herself.
I said I didn't. I just didn't know why we hadn't done it.
It makes it look halfway fucking decent.
I don't know why she's smiling.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Emily Star
I
Margaret,
don't
stop
know.
now, please.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Plus, I
Emily?
still think Cookie Lady, I think another one making cookies too in town.
I don't.
They can't hear me. They're having a hard time hearing me.
No, I don't think I was muted. I knew I wasn't muted. That's why I'm upset.
Oh. Well, next time.
Fine.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Ruby was introduced 2 weeks before the crime where we made the stabbing video. Right. Okay, so it would have been about 2 weeks ahead of time, and the house was a mess. Okay. I just would like to look a little more into that. You know?
Yeah.
Because they said, okay, so because Dee Dee was shown on camera pushing her, what day was that when they went to the hospital?
The 8th.
So she was up and about on the 8th.
She was. I still believe the 9th. I think it happened the morning of the 8th into the 9th and not the morning of the 9th into the 10th.
Right.
Because she ghosted him from midnight till the morning. Then she talked to him in the morning because he was on the bus and she was ghosting him on the bus, which is when I think the party was probably taking place.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if there was a party, whatever was happening was taking
Yeah,
place.
boss lady says yes per the text.
What text?
The text that was going back and forth when he was on the bus and stuff.
Right. Okay. And then she talked to him in the morning and she told him to get some rest. And he's like, I slept on the bus. I don't really know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, well, I can't come and see you till later. No, 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 no. And then she ghosted him for like hours and hours and hours, like 12 hours from like, I think like noon or something to midnight almost. I think it was a very long time. I remember 12 hours. I just don't know the exact times right now because I don't have my notes in front of me.
Did you get the $20 super chat? I wanted you to make
No. Oh, did you? Oh, Mike. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're absolutely killing it. Keep it up, Fancy. You were absolutely killing it. Keep it up. Oh, thank you, Chrissy.
I'm sorry. I meant to tell you.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you, guys.
He's still here.
Oh, wow.
We get off topic and I can't. Yeah. And I lost it on my screen. I didn't see it on my screen, but you do. Because you're the host.
Yeah.
I think she was sacrificed 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Some
of the bags in the house be cleanup from the party. Huh.
Could be.
That's a thought.
It is a thought.
It's a good thought. It's a very good thought. That's why I love doing these. The input is it really gets everything thinking and going, and this is how you get this is what they do in the rooms when you see detectives and everything's bouncing off of each other. This is what they're doing. They're throwing stuff at each other to see what makes sense and what doesn't
on each piece of evidence. They have to. I don't know what's going on between Adventures Witch and Karma Kuntz or whatever, but please stop that conversation. I don't want this going on.
What happened?
Something. It's about deception and trans, and that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Please knock that off.
Just not here.
Just not here. You want to have that conversation somewhere else? You go do that. We're not doing that here.
And everything. So
yeah. Do I think Rod and Christy know the real story? I think Christy does. I don't think Rod knows anything. I don't think Rod knows who Rod. I don't think Rod knows anything about where his pants want to go.
Did you close my car?
I did. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, I think we've had a good talk today. I don't really think there's a
community
whole
yard
lot
sale
more.
the weekend after Dee Dee passed. She bagged up stuff for that from what a neighbor said. So Dee Dee bagged some stuff up that was from a community yard sale.
Yes.
Which again shows, and I'm not saying that you have to be poor to go to a yard sale, but I'm saying that you can tell by looking at the house. Dee Dee didn't have the things of a woman that was living the fine life. You know what I mean? Like she had secondhand furniture. I mean, you could tell.
Me too, Cougarish.
It wasn't like she was living this extravagant life because she was such a good con and fraudster. Like for real.
Me too, Cougarish. I am. That was what I was just thinking about. I was going to say that like 5 seconds ago, and then my daughter came in and I forgot. But I'm curious to see one of the last videos before the murder to see what the house looks like. And I am too. I want to see if the lights change eventually, if it like gets darker eventually, or if the house is a wreck. Yeah. But she goes, okay. And that's really interesting though, is she goes from making the videos in the living room all the time. And at the end there, when Ruby appears, she's making them in the bathroom all the time. But the door is fully open. So, but that way we can't see what the house looks like. Like the man she's talking to can't see it either.
Did she do one in the living room to where we can see if she covered the windows and when that
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Does the light get darker? Does she use a ring light? What happens?
There's a lot. I mean, and anybody in here who is interested in doing that kind of work or whatever, go for it and let us know what you find if you get to it before we do. But yeah, we're definitely going to do it too. But anybody's help is really appreciated, like really appreciated. Was when she made the video. Where do you think she was, fans?
What do you mean? Where do you think?
Where do you think Dee was when she was doing the videos?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. They do take place over several years. So they do take place over several years. So possibly, Dee Dee was at the store, at a doctor's appointment, at whatever. I don't think she was keeping lock and key on her like that.
Right, Chris,
and she wasn't just like sneaking out once in a while. She was sneaking out like every freaking night, and bus drivers saw her. People saw her walking. So I don't know. Like, I really don't know where Dee Dee was. She could have been passed out in the bed for all we know. I think that maybe Gypsy was giving her an extra little bit of insulin so she'd sleep more. I mean, there's just a lot of things. But if Dee Dee knew that she was making them too, then Dee Dee would have just stayed in her room and not come out
right.
here.
Like Ann said, she was either out or she was knocked out.
Or she couldn't control her daughter anymore, and so she just thought, okay, well, she's doing it online. At least she's not doing it out here. I don't know.
21 years old, go for it. Just don't do it outside the house.
Yeah, right? Just don't do it in my house.
She would take her pills. She would take her money. She would take her phone. You know what I mean? Of course Dee Dee's going after her. Like, bitch, you just stole everything that I have. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, in the videos last night, you can hear someone in the kitchen? Well, there you go. Yeah, so I truly believe Dee Dee knew. She knew what she was doing. I do. I think she knew, and I don't think she liked it. But what was she going to do? The girl was 23 years old, and she needed her to be there to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. To help her.
I don't think she knew about the trafficking unless she was threatened. Her life was threatened, or Gypsy's life was threatened. I don't think she knew any of that. Like, yeah. Yes, exactly. Once her mom knew she could walk, there was a change in dynamics. Exactly.
Change.
I think Dee Dee stumbled upon something, and whatever it was, she was going to either blow the lid, or she threatened the person, or whatever happened. Something happened, and that's why it went down the way it went down. So,
for sure.
Yeah. Like, maybe the party was like a last party. Right? Let's have a last party before we kill my mom.
Yeah, I really do. I really think she did trust the wrong people, Abel. I do. Boss Lady says, remember the neighbor called Dee Dee about the Facebook Ruby post. Remember that.
What'd you say?
Remember the neighbor called Dee Dee about the Facebook Ruby post.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that.
Yes. I was scared of her. She had talked about a group home for Gypsy with people. Oh, yeah.
I think so too, Boss Lady. I think she was scared of her after that that gunshot too. Because if she didn't freaking tackle her to the floor, then she was absolutely scared of her.
Right.
Because my response would have been, I don't give a fuck you, my kid or not. I'm coming after you. You just shot at me.
I would have charged
shot at me.
I would have charged right the fuck at you, grabbed you by your freaking legs, and
I would have taken him down and been like, you're staying right here till the fucking cops come. You are not shooting at me. I raised you. I brought you in this world and raised you and been a good mama to you, and you're going to shoot at me? You've been stealing from me, and now you're going to shoot at me? Hell no.
Ooh, who put this one out? Hold on.
I 100% believe.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right.
Hold on. Oh, never mind. That's from a year ago. All right. That's
What's
not
bizarre. Didn't she say something like, I was shocked it was yes, she acted like she didn't. And then she says, oh, yeah, I knew the whole time. On Kel Lowry. She's like, yeah, I knew the whole time.
Not what I wanted.
What's the matter?
Why are you saying breathe, Fancy? I'm not upset.
No, she's cool.
I'm cool. I'm okay.
Only I get to tell her to breathe.
Yes, Didi didn't want to know.
Toes now.
Didi didn't want anyone to know that Gypsy was a demon. That's why she constantly made excuses for her. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And I believe that's why there were crosses everywhere too. I think.
Yeah, and what I wonder, like,
was she trying to cast out a demon?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
If that whole tongue and jar thing really did happen, maybe that was a cast the demon out type thing.
And holy water. Yeah, she had holy water too. You're right. You're right.
Ooh.
Like all over the house.
She slept with the crucifix. Do you hear me? She slept with it. She slept with the rosary.
Yeah.
She slept with the rosary. Like it was literally in the bed. She slept with the blessing cloth.
Right. Right. And the holy water. Like, can you imagine? Like,
I mean, seriously.
Okay, I'm
not surprised funny. There wasn't garlic in there, like for real.
It's not funny, but like she did have holy water around the freaking house, right? So like, what is it? Like she runs over to it and she just opens the bottle and just starts casting. I cast you out, demon! I cast you out, demon! Whatever. Whenever she's like acting all crazy
on her forehead. Like for real.
Yes, she was baptized over and over again, but she has an obsession with being baptized and being clean. I'm telling you.
Talking about this, Vance. We're curious whether she got baptized again at this new church, which is why they may be so accepting of her, because she's a new person now. Because we just baptized her for the 50th time, right? This time it's gonna work. We should have held her under just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I don't think it worked quite like it should have.
No, I don't think it was working. Not the demon. There was blood on the Pope picture. You're right. That's true. There was blood on the Pope picture. Oh my God. What are we even really looking at here, guys? Like, I can't. She'll throw the holy water rancid. Yes. She does. She has an obsession with baptism and being clean. And yes, Mac, she was rebaptized with that church that Heather brought her to.
Oh, good to know. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Quite honestly, it would be a stipulation for me if I saw her coming, I would be putting crosses up, garlic up, be like, no, back up, go away. You are not allowed.
I just can't. All right, guys. Well, we've been. Go ahead, Mac. No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say she doesn't get to enter. No, you're not allowed to come in. No. She's probably standing out there going, "Will you invite me in? Can I come in?" You know, like a vampire does.
Yeah, you have to be invited in as a vampire. So did she invite Nicholas in? Did she invite Nicholas in? Like,
right? Will you invite me in?
I do agree, Susie. I think she does need an exorcism. I think that would be a good place to start. Yeah. She may be hitting guys over the head for money. I mean, she said she would. And she'd steal their wallet.
I know. I couldn't believe she's like, I could just go in and go to a bar and,
pick up a guy, then take him to a hotel and hit him over the head with a thing and steal all his stuff. All right, guys.
That's
well,
what I'm saying. She goes from one, like, why did it have to go there?
The things that come up in her brain just don't make sense to me.
Why did she have to smash him on the head?
I don't know.
Hey, Yankee. So yeah, next time we go live, we'll try and let you guys know ahead of time.
Yeah,
kind of like we're gonna go ahead and do it today. It's been kind of just tongue in cheek. We've both been very sick, so
yeah.
And it's Christmas time. But we'll try to give you guys a heads up at least to let you know.
Right. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think we're gonna close it out for here.
Great. It's been a great conversation. It's been great participation. I love all the input. I love it.
Yeah, it was a good live. I really liked this.
I like that people are learning the truth about the case. I love that you know, the people are willing to push the truth and find out the truth and help. Yeah, I just, our community has just been incredible.
It really has. It really, really has. All right, guys, make sure you share this out, put it on your Facebooks, put a link to it, do whatever you can to get the information out there.
Oh, thank you,
And
Superish. That's sweet.
oh, you guys
Fancy
are
with the
awesome.
facts. That's how it is. You're right, girl.
So anyway, if we don't see you all before Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas
We
and
will,
a
though.
Happy New Year. I'm sure we'll be
I
here
think
at
we
some
will.
point in time this week.
But in case not, Merry Christmas.
No,
But we'll see you.
but we'll see you.
Have a good
We
year,
are living in stranger.
Massachusetts, and
Alrighty,
Ben,
guys. So
and Abel, and Michelle, and Adventure, and Too Much Mom, and Cougarish. I can't see them all.
alrighty. So have a good one
And
from
Karma.
the Serving Up True Crime. One dish at a time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.